1.
Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I am your victorious Game Master Tom, and this is Adventure 40 of Season 6. We are all excited to be back. We've been off for a while now. We've got the crew all back together, although Derek, our tech, has some time off, so we will be missing him, and Jeremy will be doing an amazing job trying to keep things going in Derek's stead. Again, we're super excited to be back. We've been traveling through the Kingdom of Thay for so long, and we have gotten the heroes to a point of quite some perilousness. Yes, I have a hand raised in the middle of my intro.
Do I get a birthday hero point?
No.
Damn.
You have too many. Too many. Yes, we did have a couple birthdays while we were gone. Christopher had a birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Christopher.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
He is a bright age 32, 33.
Close enough for
something
me.
like that. Pretty
And
good.
holding.
Christopher, you do not get a hero point. You do get a Jagged Witch point.
Ooh.
A third resource for you. This is an equivalent of an omen point for you.
If
Which
I have
means,
a birthday, can I undo his?
No.
Okay.
Which
No,
is
reverse.
you can when you want to do a hero point, you can make it an omen point before you roll, or a witch point, and you can roll with advantage to and take the best roll.
Okay.
Which is really nice. And that's all you get.
There was another birthday, though, Tom.
There was. It's mine.
Woo! Happy
It
birthday,
was my
Tom.
birthday.
Give that witch point back.
So now everyone needs to lose.
Just stop the sentence there.
Everyone who is not a multi-century old witch gains a birthday hero point from Tom's birthday.
What?
Oh.
Super duper.
I thought for sure you would add a tension die or something.
That'd be terrible.
One tension
That
die
would be
for
terrible.
each year.
Yeah, so we got that going for us. We also have something else going for us. We have a couple of new Patreon subscribers I wanted to call out to. We have
fantastic.
Jocelyn S. and Amanda C. as our top tier champion level Patreon. Thank you so much for that
amazing.
support.
Thank you.
Jocelyn, thank you, Amanda.
That's fantastic. So if you want to help out the show, we always appreciate the support. Drop by patreon.com/ingloriousbars. Just a couple bucks, I think $3 a month gets you access to all the after shows. We just did a Kobold one shot that's going to be up there, and a bunch of other stuff. In addition, both Jocelyn and Amanda, if you're listening, and I'm sure you are, there is a Discord channel just for your level that has a creator section where you can drop in NPC ideas, quest ideas, item ideas, and maybe some of your thoughts might get into the show at some point. So you can take a look at that.
Song titles for Jericho to sing.
Yes.
I'll take it.
For sure. Epitaphs on the on the gravestones.
Sonnets,
Requests for Christopher's next character.
Yes. We need a lot of those. We need a lot
We'll
of
just
those.
go from top to bottom.
Yes.
I think a die roll would be appropriate for the game.
All right. Well, I think we need to get going here. We'll do a recap. I think tonight's going to be great. As a matter of fact, I think it's going to be the best adventure yet. And let's get a recap from what happened last time from Jeremy.
We finally made it to Kassir. In fact, we made it outside Kassir into Myers Magical Emporium, and arms full and pockets empty, we finally made our way out of the Magical Emporium into Kassir itself. Though, to be honest, that itself was a bit daunting. Kassir is a huge city-state that is the place of the Ashen Queen, and there are a lot of people that are either on pilgrimage there or on trade, and there was a huge amount of people flowing in and out of the gate. We had to look like the people that were able to get in and out of Kassir and work our way in. Kenet, who was with us, was as helpful as she could be, in that she wasn't very. She claimed this wasn't really her world anymore, and things don't look exactly the same, but we'll probably figure it out. So Hemlock did exactly that. He noticed that everyone was wearing sashes. He procured sashes for us. And we noticed that there were some people with blood painted on their face leaving but not entering. And almost everyone had to give some sort of a penance or a ritual or a sacrifice to get into the door. Zaldor said that he, in fact, would lead the way and he would do his best to deceive the guards getting in and getting everyone else into the process. Not telling anyone at all that Zaldor does not know how to deceive anybody with his 0 in deception, and was promptly pulled out of line and beaten for it. So everyone else, again, was left to their own devices. Couple of really
point of order, I believe you were also laughed at.
Oh, a couple of times. Yeah. Also laughed at, in fact. Galen did his best to work with Jericho and getting him across, actually doing some fantastic deception. And then Kenet was a critically stealth character who was also intimidating as heck because she is the Jagged Witch. So she is intimidating as heck and got the rest of everybody in. We are now in Kasir. We are finding our way through to really work on the next level of how we are going to accomplish those items on the task. How do we get to the Ashen Queen's palace? How do we find this corruption stone, destroy both of those? Well, at least the stone. Then if we can get that side quest of the dagger into the princess's chamber box, jewelry box area, that needs to happen. And we were a little beholden to what Kenet could give us. And she suggested we find the Market of Stars, saying that there used to be a secret passage into her castle. And we tried to do it as sneaky as possible. It did not turn out very well because the Market of Stars is a very distracting place. We saw the princess, the Ashen Queen's daughter, princess, performing a ritual with a lot of blood and appeared to be murder at some point, or someone was just being killed in the process in the middle of the town square. Hemlock saw another fetchling, a slave being sold, who he tried to free and or provide funds for, just made a creepy smile in the process. And then Kenet was not focused on being stealthy at all. She felt if she was being disrespected or spoken down to, she would just kill her way through, which meant that Yannick had to keep her on the whatever kind of leash Yannick could keep her on the whole time until we finally made it to what she found to be the secret entrance. In so doing, nearly killing a child, creating a huge amount of ruckus and a whole bunch of guards coming after us, to which Zaldor had to intervene in the only way he could by casting magic, which is not allowed inside Kasir, creating a whole bunch of mist where we threw ourselves into the well where there was the secret entrance and closing as many things behind us as possible to get there. And believe it or not, that was the entire adventure. So we finally made it into the gates of Kasir, through the Market of Stars, and I suppose we're on our way to the Ashen Queen's castle, or we're at the bottom of the well and we'll have to start out somewhere else. So on that, let the adventure begin. Did I set that up? Let me do that. Adventure begins. Let the adventure begin!
Our heroes are deep beneath the Market of Stars within the grand city of Kasir in the kingdom of Thave. To say you are deep in the lion's den, deep behind enemy lines, is an understatement. Thankfully, you have a loyal and trusty ally in Kenet, who is your faithful guide and has been here before several centuries earlier. Things aren't quite as she remembers them, though, as you are making your way down a narrow, moist corridor, very tight and narrow, and I need Lauren to keep track of the party's marching order. Who's in front? And keep in mind, this is tight. Some of you might have to be going sideways on this narrow corridor.
I feel like Jericho's just fine.
Yeah.
Size-wise.
I believe Yannick's up front, per
That would make
usual.
sense.
What weapon do you have?
It is the Fashard.
All right, you will be -4 for all attacks.
Are you a penitent man?
How about
I'd like to go
longsword and shield then?
No shield, and the longsword will be -2.
How about a dagger?
That'll be fine.
Yannick's got a dagger.
Just sporting a dagger right now.
Dagger and palm.
Really?
Nah, we'll do the Fashard at -4.
Okay.
Oh.
How Kenet would like to be
Number
I have
2.
I have a sling you can borrow.
Does Yannick allow Alkenet to be right behind him?
I do not like that idea in any way, shape, or form. I would love to have one other person at least between.
Whispering in his ear, worm tongue style.
I'd go right behind you.
Alkenet in the front.
Ooh, somebody other than Jack.
Actually, Alkenet.
Alkenet will do fine.
All right, we got Yannick. We got Jericho. I feel like it might make sense to have Alkenet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Galen would love to follow Alkenet.
I think that makes
Keep an
sense,
eye
too.
on her.
Makes sense. I don't like it.
Galen can also worry about what'll happen to Alkenet.
That's fine at this point.
Yeah.
So we got Yannick, Jericho, Alkenet, Galen, followed by Zaldor, and
Hemlock's last, because I believe
watching our 6.
Hemlock was the one that replaced the
That makes
grade
sense.
or the
There we
whatever
go.
this-
table?
Yeah,
Table
the
on the
All right. There you go, Tom.
All right,
I'm
great.
just putting this out there. You sure you don't want me second?
You can see right
gonna have
over
me
me. It's
third.
almost like
No.
it's like you're second and a half.
I'm sure I don't want you behind me.
I got one hand right on Yannick's butt as a
How
follow.
about sword and witch?
Yeah, kind of.
I know that we've all sorted this out, and it's not very easy to rearrange in such a tunnel, but are you okay leading the way from the middle?
I can't squeeze past anyone.
She'll have to be.
Should be in the front. Or number 2.
I would. It will march on as Yannick says, but in case you don't know where you're going, just want to let you know that she will need to get all the way.
I believe she can whisper the 5 feet necessary to tell
Yeah.
Yannick where to go.
It's 10 feet.
And I'm not blocking her view at all.
Yeah, exactly.
She's right over the top. She's up there.
Extra square.
I don't know.
Off we go.
This mostly
I think it's
dry
square.
well still has some dripping and little stream rivulets at the floor. And the well that's gone straight down with some rusty ladder thing has maybe gone down 10, 20, 30, 40 feet, and then it branches off with the side passage, heading in the direction you believe of the Queen's Spire, the large castle underground. Yes.
As we go, Galen has spent a lot of time over the last few days observing the Alkenet, observing the Blood Witches, taking note of things. We've been walking through the city and has been trying to understand the signs and symbols of the Blood Witches. And so he would like to be on the lookout using schooled in secrets for any markings or other indicators of the Blood Witches.
Okay. That's a good idea. All right.
I'll be casting detect magic as I go along.
Thank you. I was going to ask what that sounded like. Okay, great. As you make your way down this narrow corridor, it is tall, 20 feet tall, big flagstone type construction that's very old. And again, quite narrow for our non-diminutive heroes. Well, I'm thinking also Hemlock's pretty gaunt and can slip through that way. But Yannick's just going down alongside, awkwardly holding onto a Fashard that's scraping against things.
I knew I should have skipped breakfast.
You have the shard down?
Yeah.
You had breakfast?
Yeah.
Light is an issue. How are you seeing?
I don't worry about it. I've got 4 trusty companions to guide
Everyone
me
hold
along.
hands.
Who's the one that's not trusty?
Hey,
I think we all know.
Hey, Mr. Yannick.
Yes.
It's getting pretty dark down here.
I can't see a thing.
If you want, I could squeeze right past you. I can see a little bit down here, but I'll just be right in front of you. Your facade can reach right over me. You could keep like a hand on my shoulder, but then I'll be able to see something that we don't run into it. But that's up to you. I know you like being in the front though.
I think we have enough here that can't see in the dark.
Can anyone else see in the dark?
Yeah.
Yes, we could have front and back.
Who's that?
I'm right behind you.
In the back.
Oh, fireball!
Does this trigger a trauma response from you from having been
Zaldo
shot?
can't hear in the dark.
Yeah. It's me.
You're already wispy and black too, aren't you?
Galen see in the dark?
Well, no, you're
Galen
red
can-
light, right?
We will need
Fairer.
some
Yeah.
light.
You go into the dark and you can't see. Who did I travel with?
I believe I have a torch.
Let me lead.
No. I think we have probably a lantern as well, I would presume, but
If it's
No.
on your
right.
inventory list.
We did toss a lot of lanterns.
I
up in the
have a
sky
torch.
getting into this place. If you recall,
I also got a torch. If you'd rather be in the front with a torch in one hand and your fouchard in the other.
maybe you can carry the torch
Since Kenet is not going
from the
anywhere,
second spot.
she's feeling at the
Emanating
walls
a little
and
bit
scratching
beyond
at
me.
the walls,
Well,
both
I'm a little
sides.
short.
Okay.
It'll work.
I don't think I can get it over your head very well.
Like a statue, celebrating, holding something up, like a form of liberty.
So directly in your eyes, then.
And Alcanets.
So Jericho's got a torch, number 2 position.
I have a torch.
All right.
Galen has
Marked
a torch
off
in
on the
number
list.
4 position.
Okay. The group
yeah,
Fire on both sides of Alcanet.
I can see you.
The group lights up some torches and takes a little bit of time and then makes their slimy way down the corridor.
Good. Now we're secretly brightly lit.
You feel or you can sense a sharp turn and then another turn. And just as you make that first turn, bring up the rear hemlock, you hear a sound. Make a perception roll 21.
That's a 33.
Oh, you hear the sound of splash and another faint splash, and hear 2 Thavian voices from back at the well, some 80 feet. And can see with the 33, just as you're disappearing around a 90-degree bend, a faint flicker of torchlight.
We've got people behind us that came down the well.
I didn't think the cards would be this quick. I suggest we move faster. Much faster. Probably douse your torches too.
I actually agree.
Douse the torches. Do we stay and wait and handle them so they're not chasing us?
Do you
One at a
wanna
time.
Kill guards?
They were a handful last time.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
Jericho,
Yeah.
squeeze past.
Okay, if he kind of goes, I'll wiggle between the legs.
With a torch in hand.
He told me to he told me to douse it.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's
I doused it.
Tux medicated bats.
It burns!
That means it's working.
Those genital lice are not a problem any longer.
Chlamydia.
And I'll start leading the way. I have my horn and blasting in my right hand, and I have my fortune's coin in my left hand. And that's what I got.
All right.
If you care.
Nice. All right, so you're moving on. Hemlock, you can still see that torchlight around the corner, but you're leaving it behind.
Leaving.
You're moving
I'm
on.
following.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, making sure.
So I do, just as a passive, I have that soul sight. So just if there's a haunty thing.
What was that one?
I gain spirit sense as an imprecise sense with a range of 60 feet. It enables me to sense the spirits of creatures, including living creatures, most non-mindless undead, and haunts within the listed range. As with hearing and other imprecise senses, I still need to seek to locate undetected creatures.
And what's the name of this ability?
Soul sight.
One word?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. I had it as 2 words. Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Range 60 feet. Nice.
So I will stop detecting magic to focus on the seek. And really be, because now I'm in the front. I got to pay attention where I'm going. So I
Okay.
shouldn't be just like booping.
Spiritual Batman Jericho.
It's that classic one where you got the guy in front, like, okay, I'll take the lead.
A little less whimpering, please.
No, it's all quiet. That's the acting side. It's like,
You're going to give our position away.
I will lead us now.
Critical success on the performance.
Oh, I'll roll that because I got a big plus on that.
Also, as we're moving, Galen is doing his best to encourage stealthy behavior within the group through the Quiet Allies ability.
What does that
Watching
do?
where we are stepping, avoiding brushing armor up against the walls. Yep, all of that.
Write something down on a piece of paper here.
Oh dear.
Oh wow! Actual pencil writing.
Oh, I hope
This-
it's amazing.
This is a bad
coming to you. That's my
portent.
first
Every
guess.
time there's a
You're
change,
probably-
you're like, uh-oh,
Just-
something
Just
different.
put it in the tension die glass there.
Says
I hope
you
it's-
are a Cylon, but you already know this.
You woke up with diarrhea this morning.
Why do I keep hearing the stones? It was the stones, right?
Can you pass this message to Al Kenet
After
without reading it?
Oh,
I don't know
without
if you
reading
can read it. It's pretty thin
If
writing.
you want, I'll read it to you. I have glasses.
I can rewrite it
Is
if
it
you
on the
need
inside
to.
or the
It's
outside?
on the inside.
Okay.
It's bigger on the inside.
This helps me look to the side.
I think it's hard
That's why
for
I call
Christopher
it
to
the
read.
TARDIS.
It was soft table.
Soft table indeed.
Always got a cloth on it. So I'll take that lead.
As
And,
you take the
go.
lead,
The seek. Do you need me?
the
Yeah,
corridor
go on.
goes and
Goes.
goes and goes, and you're just barely brushing up against the wet sides.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. You got this.
I'm doing great. Oh crap! Oh crap! This is what I was born for. This.
Are we going the right way? Is this familiar at all?
Why are you asking me?
You told us to come here.
Told you to let me kill whoever I needed to get down here. You wouldn't let me do that. We wouldn't have had so much trouble.
Well, we're now down here. Where the hell are we?
We're below my castle.
I've texted it to you, Chris. Do you have your phone on you?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Make that
Has
easier.
there been any branching of this pathway?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right now, as you
okay.
approach, you come to a branch. You've been keeping an eye on things, and you can see it goes left and then gets a little narrower going straight. It's the only branch you have seen.
So straight it gets worse.
A little narrower and keeps going straight, and then left is the same dimensions.
I just turn left.
Still
Wait.
tall. Still 20 feet up.
Yep.
You can't fit that way.
I can squeeze through. Which way, Al Kenet?
Why listen to me?
We have no time to waste here.
I agree. You should dispatch those.
Which
I'm
way?
about to dispatch something.
Which way?
Which?
Or it could be which way. Which?
I'm not up front. I'd have to see. You'd have to let me scoot by.
Lead the way, Jericho.
All right, I turn left.
Okay.
It doesn't look to me like they could fit very easily down a narrower way.
They could fit, but it would be even tighter.
Yeah, they're fat.
Okay.
They're all just huge, ungainly beasts of like flesh bags. I don't know how they even make it through life that big.
You go left and it goes 30 feet, 60 feet, 90 feet, 100 feet, and it keeps going 200, 300, 400 feet.
Are the people, is it a straight line?
Your left turn is a straight line. So you've done a rough,
So are the people that came down, or can I see them?
you made a 90-degree turn. They have not followed you down that turn.
Okay.
All right.
Galen, can you set a false trail the other way?
Let me do it.
Or not. It's fine.
Just say
So
no.
off-putting.
Just
Sorry
say
to
no.
have bothered you.
We're only in Dave.
Here's the
He's in the
thing.
middle of his meal of breadcrumbs. Just
I want to say yes, but I don't want to make it easier to find us.
Yeah, he'll roll a one 3 times in a row.
So no survival roll for
No.
Galen?
All right.
Maybe
Galen
Hemlock.
is untrained in survival. I can still make the roll if you'd like.
No. We're going.
All right.
We're going.
You've gone several hundred feet for some time, and it comes to an end in a small circular chamber that is now 30 feet tall. And you can see there is a metal grate, and the sun is maybe starting to wane just a little bit. You can see through. You think you can hear some sounds above of city life. And in this small circular chamber, there are no other doors or corridors, but there is a hole in the floor with a slippery stone, mossy covered spiral staircase that looks old and goes down.
We continue, right? Hey, yeah.
Like, Yannick gives out Kenet a look. Do you have anything to add?
Yes.
Add it.
That doesn't involve you going in front.
Then no.
Take off one of her hands. The left one.
Whoa.
I need my
That
left
sounds-
hand.
For once, I agree with Jericho.
Whoa, ouch.
You just made
Wow.
Galen agree with you. That's a terrible choice, Jericho.
I
I don't know.
I do
Let's
feel bad
get
now.
one more vote.
Saldor, I meant just to scare the witch lady, not for him to really do it.
Oh, that's good.
It was a
You scared me.
It
That
was a
very
rhetorical
believable.
device.
We've
good.
brought this witch with us to help. She is not helping.
I've taken you this far.
We've taken ourselves this far.
Yes, and you've been followed.
But that's because you started a huge ruckus.
Is that the problem, Alkanet? Should we make sure that we're not being followed any further before we
That
move
should
on?
be a priority.
We're not being followed.
Where do these stairs go? That's a simple question.
There are no stairs.
The spiral mossy stairs that go down right here, those are the steps. The descending walkway.
There is
Have
no
you seen The
spoon.
Matrix?
Yes.
My way's a better way. I would not go this way. That.
Where would
What
you
way?
go?
Yeah.
That's what we've been asking. You haven't said.
No, you said, I'll go left and I'll go first. I've offered to go first and wasn't asked before you charged in.
Well, we asked which way you'd go, and you wouldn't say.
And then you said, I'll go left.
Well, yeah,
Alkanet.
if you don't offer nothing, we're not just going to stand there and pick our nose and wait for you to get even older and deader.
You are here and alive to provide assistance to us. You are
Trembling.
searching for the right words here.
Dissection.
You are currently impeding our progress. And if you want your goals to be met, you have to start assisting us as well. Otherwise, you will die here with us.
You
I
make a
will
fair
ensure
point.
that.
But I offer my assistance, and if I am turned away at every suggestion, such as going first, then I obey.
Then
As I
obey
am bound.
and give us your advice and knowledge on which way and which passage to go.
My advice would be I go first.
Let her go first, Yannick. And if it goes sideways, she's the first one you cut down.
So
I
be
agree.
it.
And keep in mind, all of this is in a very narrowish space.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking everyone's wedged together, trying not to talk too loud, leaning in tight and face to face as they're talking.
The camera is trying to figure out which way to point. All right. Alkanet
No bindings.
takes the first. What?
No bindings. Blind faith.
I
forgotten I
raise
am
the
out.
Fishard. I have some faith in this.
Good luck swinging that. And she tucks into the tunnel and begins to go down the way.
All right.
Which way?
Back the way you guys came then is the only way to go, not going down.
Correct.
Okay. It's less slick than you made it sound, Kenet, because you have to get people one by one into the small circular chamber and then take that spot and let someone else go by, and then slowly the whole group snakes around. And then Hemlock, no, wait, I'm last. No, was you last?
I'm just going to lift Alkanet up and over.
Pass the jack.
Wall crawling up and around the sides.
And you finally change the marching order, Lauren, if you would, to put Alke up front and
Okay.
duh.
Okay, AK, and then Yannick,
Yep.
and then
The Hobbit,
Jericho.
the gnome.
Yeah.
And then you.
okay,
And then Waldorf Astoria over there.
And the gunslinger.
And
all right.
Alkanet, you head back and you are at that intersection where Jericho could have gone straight but narrower, or the direction you just came, or back to the well.
I think the appropriate option is left again then.
Okay. You then head towards the narrower section. You are a thin, frail old woman in a worn red robe.
Who again is scratching along the walls with her hands.
Did you say you were bound?
No.
Okay.
As designed.
Is Alkanet leaving marks on the walls?
I don't know.
What are you?
I am observe. If
If you're trained in survival, I'll tell you.
I'm allowed to make untrained checks.
Is Alkanet leaving marks on the walls?
Alkanet is leaving some signs, yes, because there's moss that she's getting
The
off.
Fishard will come up and knock that hand away. Blunt edge, blunt edge, and then the other one will sit up above sharp edge, coming back down, and Alkanet has time to move her hand, but it will come through. So the choice is yours.
This is how I'm finding my way forward. So the choice is yours.
I thought you said you could see in the dark.
I can. And she continues
Stop
with her
touching
hands.
the walls. And again, I'm not gonna let her.
Okay, so you're knocking her hands off the wall, or are you cutting her hands?
No, I'm preventing her from continuing to drag her hands along the wall, and that will be done with the blunt end of the Fishard until we gain compliance or death. Compliance or death. That's
Like taking your demented grandma to the grocery store. Stop touching everything.
They're avocados, Grandma. But you wanted me to help you. You can't trust me. You've put me in front. You've given me this. I'm not far. I'm an easy stab.
And Yannick, if I might, she
weirdest
is
pickup line I've ever
bound
heard.
to us magically. Can you see me all right?
I can see you
She
fine.
is bound to us magically, and she will not cause us intentional harm. And
Did you not see the ruckus up above where she was intentionally going to try and cause us harm?
that had nothing to do with us. According to her, she was disrespected and was attempting to kill someone else. It was inconvenience for us, certainly.
Yes,
I do many
inconvenient.
inconvenient things, but they're never intended to harm you directly. Unless, of course, we're blowing holes in each other. But let's not talk about that at this moment.
It's all
I would
inconvenient.
say Alkanet, as another practitioner of magic, does things a little differently than others.
She's just looking at you while you speak.
Let us trust that she is doing what she can as she is bound to us and has been agreed to. And no, it is not the way perhaps we would have done it, which I think in some cases is a good thing, as so many things that we have done have caused great harm. Let's trust, just for a bit, that she's going to get us the same goal that she has, which is to destroy the Ashen Queen. She's also here for a purpose.
She must die.
Let's let her to it.
Her first, you second. third, maybe.
Never thought Zaldor would become an Alcanet apologist.
He does the Blood
Yeah,
Witch
he does.
salute.
Did your heart go out to her there, Zeldor?
I feel like Fabian's gonna die with that.
Those damn Thavians.
Make Fave great again.
Making teas everywhere he goes.
To further this, Alcanet says thank you in Fabian. You can say it.
All right. So you are still touching walls then?
Yes.
All right. We've got that
Sans
decision made.
Fashard.
Touching walls.
Do you go along with what Zaldor says?
Yeah. As unhappily as that makes me,
Galen will be wiping the marks off the walls.
that's yes.
Well, she's not leaving marks. She's digging out moss to touch the actual stone. So she's leaving.
You're gonna dig up more moss behind her.
tell you. Me too, bitch. I'm packing it in.
Slow down.
All right, never mind then.
All right. You travel for.
Alcanet picks up the pace.
Okay. You travel for some distance at a faster pace.
So when we came back, did we get any trace of those Thavians that were supposedly following us?
Negatory.
Don't look at me with that.
Accusatory glance.
Seriously.
As we walk,
They're your breadcrumbs.
sitting down with all that being yelled right above his head, back and forth. Jericho's going to cast message.
Message.
Just the instant to someone you can see message, just to the back, to Hemlock.
Can you see Hemlock?
I can.
He's half shadow in the daylight.
We're the two who can see each other.
Yeah.
You mouth words quietly, but they are transferred directly to the ears of the target.
Instead of coming out of my mouth, it goes straight into his head. So no sound actually comes out.
Yes.
Just he can hear, and it's real short. It's just gonna kind of lean back while all that's going on, the sharding and the I'm gonna kill you second, and maybe we should trust and all this, and neither of us said anything. Just kind of lean back for a second, make eye contact, and then his mouth moves, but you just hear in his head, this is all gonna end badly, and I think they're gonna all get us killed.
And
Alcanet
You can
turns.
send a brief.
Not.
Nothing is said out loud.
I know. I'm just-
And you do get the opportunity to send a brief response.
yep.
No, a brief response.
Well, there's always alternate opinions that can be offered.
All right.
You're a passive observer. You are responsible for that as well.
You go hundreds and hundreds of feet in the direction that you have chosen, Alcanet, and you have reached a spot you are quite familiar with. It has changed from your memory. Time has not been kind to this passage, and you have reached an impasse, a temporary impasse, where a bunch of rocks from above have collapsed down and caved in. Jericho has climbed a bit to see if he could get over it, but there is a significant blockage that will need some uncomfortable manual labor to remove a whole bunch of stones and debris to clear the path. Several hours worth of time.
Several
She
hours
waits
worth.
and just stares at the hulking mass of heroes.
Well,
I've pointed the way. I don't clear it.
Is there
what was the other passage with the spiral stairs? Where would that lead? That wasn't my question, Alcanet. Where does it
Far more
lead?
difficult than this here.
Where does it lead, Alcanet?
Down.
To where?
Tries to mimic your tone, too.
To where?
To the dark underside of the castle.
And then?
Anything that happens to be down there has no doubt taken refuge. I would not want to be down there myself.
Are there passageways to the queen's or princess's living quarters and these other places that we must go? Through that other passageway?
Through the other passageway?
Down.
Not that I know.
The spiral stairs down.
This is the way we need to go. This is the way you need to go.
So that other one leads into the yucky underbelly parts of the castle, yeah?
Yes.
Where does this one lead?
To the castle.
If nobody's gonna start clearing, move so I can start.
I have a quick question on this.
Why did we leave Dash the Earth Mover
Yeah.
behind?
That's part of it. He was waiting for this for so many episodes. If only there's rocks I can clear. How
that's
deep
right.
is the rock passage? Is it literally floor to ceiling? This whole 20-foot gap?
Yes.
It's just all rocks. Okay.
Can I just ask one more question for you? On the other side of this, what part of the castle does it get us into? Like what's the next part right on the other side?
More tunnel, but that would take us to the castle.
That's what I'm asking. What part of the castle does the tunnel empty into?
Oh,
While this is going on, Yannick is starting to clear what needs to be
may
cleared.
go to Queen's escort, I think. At least that was my day.
All right, Yannick,
What is the Queen's escort?
you strip down to get into your t-shirt and just tie your armor around your waist and then
Yes.
just start getting to work.
Exactly right.
Your arm.
I have, you know what?
It's plate mail.
I have an idea, but I need to get up.
But I just got my armor off.
Actually, no, I don't need to get up front. I hand up the device we have, the flashlight, that Legion flashlight that can. Remember, it made a hole.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
We
I
have
hand that up to you.
No, you should do it from where you're at.
Nope.
clear. And I guess I'm gonna try the Legion disintegration device.
Ooh, hold on. I got to check that one out here.
Try up.
Oh, actually, yes, there's something else I can do as well, but we'll
While you're doing that, because
So you're putting the Fashard away to handle this thing, right?
briefly.
Okay, just making sure.
The Fashard is
Two
set
guns
on,
out.
Yeah, no, there is literally a sword in your back at all times.
There's like 3 people you would literally have to go through the other way.
I just love probing the distrust.
You don't have to probe very deep.
So you have the rectangular device the size of a flashlight with, I believe, 2 small lit rectangles on it.
Correct.
while that's
We're
being
three.
handed, I want to
We
cast a
wanna
message
use this.
one more time
Hit
because
the
I
button
don't want
and
the
point
witch
it.
to hear it. This one's to Yannick.
Yannick's
That
receiving
was a
a
question
message.
of if we want to do this,
Oh.
not how to do this.
Yeah.
All right, so be it.
Do your messages
Do you have a
get
question?
preceded with like a YouTube 30-second advertisement?
No, it's the
And then you-
Pornhub. Dome.
Oh.
We're on premium subscription over here.
Alkanet said that the staircase goes down to the deep, deep dungeons. I thought that's where we heard that the rock we're going after is. That may be our actual path.
The rock.
that's it.
And you say that as a message?
Say it again. I didn't hear it.
The rock that we are supposed to go after. Alkanet said the stairs go to the deep, deep dungeon. I thought that's where we heard the rock that we're going after is being kept.
Now, you said the first part is a message. Did that part get said out loud?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
No, when the GM asked me to repeat.
He doesn't look up to the sky and shout it loud.
So the
How
dungeon
many hit points
is
do I have?
where we need to head to. Is it not? Got to looking around. Maybe
thought
make
we
a
needed to
momentary
go-
eye contact.
Looking
with
around,
Jericho.
absentmindedly presses the button and Pulp Fiction someone behind him.
Yeah.
The only issue I see is that we don't know.
This is
The
not
depths-
messages.
No,
the dungeon.
I am now speaking out loud.
All right.
We don't know the depths of the dungeons here, and whether this one is.
Do we
connected
actually
to
know
where
this
we
though,
need to
or was
go.
that in like a cold open?
No,
No.
Alkanet said that to us.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I did.
Stones are being shifted? No.
Yeah, I'm
device.
what's. Do we want to change the path or to continue?
We can't keep walking back and forth in these
So be it.
tunnels.
And then I will push the button
You push the button.
You should fire it at this thing.
at Alkanet.
You've already determined it can only hit the
Inorganic
non-bio.
material.
At
All
worst,
right.
my clothes would disappear, and you're not in a better position when that happens.
Gross.
What do
They call me Jagged.
Oh.
like a California raisin.
Oh.
And my RBC's hanging out.
RBC?
Phone ass.
Can we mark this?
No. Roast live.
Roast beef curtains.
Oh, God. I am so sorry. Well, thank you for the 2 former patron members.
It was great while it lasted.
Yes.
Thank you.
I
Lord.
offered
Why?
to be in front, and you turn off the thing, but no one listens to me.
All right. The device fires off and creates a rectangular hole right through the rock and just obliterates it as though it were never there. There's no dust. There's no explosion. Just and it is gone and creates a tunnel of some.
Oh, it's a portal gun. Doctor Who portal gun.
And cuts right through a big 15-20 foot hole, and then rocks then come down and fill it in, but you can now make it over.
Yeah.
Creates a little bit of noise. Hemlock, you tilt your head back, but you don't hear any sounds from behind.
Yannick will go over first.
Okay. You climb over and make it over to the other side, and do not spend hours of possibly fatiguing work messing around with these rocks.
Love it.
Nice job.
Hey, that was good remembering
Yeah.
there, Hemlock.
I'll take
This
that
is good
back,
call.
by the way.
There is
Hand it back. Sorry, I'm already on the other side.
there's, by the way, one small lit rectangle on it.
Yeah. I figured.
Yep.
I wonder what that means.
All right, you make it to the other side.
Who's carrying me over?
Your feet.
I can drag you over if you'd like.
Do you
Never any
need
hospitality.
assistance?
It's the ADA, yes. Yes, by all means, please assist me.
The aged helping the elderly.
Zaldor attempts to assist her with
Better be a fucking cantrip.
mage hands. Just
Under
kind
the
of
tush.
like just
Just on her tush a little bit.
lifting, bumping,
The tush push.
We'll accept the mage hand assist.
just kind of like guiding your hand and helping you steady a little
Gets
bit.
the RBCs out of the way.
Oh,
Can't unhear that. That sucks.
Are you checking for warts while you're on it?
You need to get this checked out.
It's been years since I've seen my doctor.
Good.
that's actually probably true.
Okay, let's
I'm
move
uncomfortable.
along. Move along.
Tight, moist corridor.
So we're on the other side
You're worried
of the
about the
rocks.
marks I'm leaving in the wall, but not the one.
So we're on the other side of
It's
the
not
rocks
the marks,
now, right?
it's the smell.
Jesus.
Damn it. All right, from now on, we're not doing live shows.
We need like an 8-second delay.
Yes.
That's okay, I apologize.
Bat Sammy was watching, says she's now canceled all forms of subscriptions, blocked all accounts, and she's left the show.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that sounds
Alrighty.
about
We
right.
deserve that.
I have too.
Good night, everybody.
Kenet climbs to second position and follows.
All right. It takes a little bit of time, but the group is on the other side and continues the trek, which doesn't go too far.
Maybe we should have gone the other way.
Shut up.
Before you enter a narrow but tall stone channel and can smell more fresh air. And you can see the almost fully sunsetted light barely coming in from above. There is a metal grate 30 feet above in this stone channel. It's wider than you've been before. You can hear metal boots walking above where this grate is located, and can hear some distant voices up there talking. This channel goes for maybe 50 feet or so and ends in an almost concealed door behind an overgrown vine of thorny, blood-stained creepers.
Thorny, blood-stained creepers. Are
Like
these
creeping vines?
Are these similar to what we experienced in the town that had the stone and all the the stuff on the ground that
Like the blue one?
Yeah.
Like the one that came off of the corruption
No.
stone?
Okay,
This would be something to keep teenage boys off the side of your windows.
got it.
Is the blood that's staining it coming from above?
Does it?
It's
Or
a
is it just
dripping
the
brown.
natural color, seemingly, of
Natural color.
Hey, Galen,
Yes.
do you want to be up behind the witch now so you can stab her easier?
That would make me very happy.
Hey, Zaldor,
Yes.
you like being more in the middle, don't you?
Yes.
All right.
Quite a bit. I'm a squishy
I'll
wizard.
switch places with you.
Well, thank you.
So
Thank you.
I've just moved back 2 spaces.
Oh, that was quick.
We are now Yannick, Alcanet, Galen, Jericho,
No, Galen's Zaldor, Jared.
Zelda. Yeah. Okay.
What if we got some Hero Forge miniatures and had a second camera and just had the miniatures adjust constantly?
Where is this leading, Alcanet?
To the castle where we've been wanting to go. Unless you want to go through the grate. But that sounds risky. But possible, leads to the same places.
So it basically, in order for us to proceed, we have to start cutting through this.
Yeah, it's not particularly thick.
Can you just
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
you can
was it?
see a little metallic, moderately small metallic door just behind it. There's also this grate 30 feet up, maybe a 6x6 grate, metal grate.
Yeah, I found that. And you say there won't be much to cut this down.
Correct.
Okay.
Perhaps we should listen at the door. We don't know what's waiting us on the other side.
Yeah. Can we get to the door without
I
cutting
think
all
it's
of
just
that
like
stuff?
some like ivy type plants. I
Yeah.
don't think it's anything crazy.
There's soft, mossy, viney crap to walk on that you wouldn't alert anyone above.
Yannick will starts quietly, but if temptedly, efficiently cutting up the.
Scything it with a fachard.
Yeah, actually, if it has much durability at all, then I would be doing something else.
It does not.
Okay, then
just to be clear, because I picture it, does it need to be cut at all for us to gain access to this door?
Nope.
okay.
So
well,
we're just cutting it for fun?
Sure.
Okay, sure, that's fine.
It's just on the side.
It's just
Young,
hanging
you
over
coming?
the door
This
for
is
a second.
important.
That's all. It's a curtain of plants.
But that's how you get through curtains. You slice
Like
them.
these. No.
all right.
I was going to melt it with acid, so.
All right, I'll just cut it. It's fine.
Okay, he cuts it down. Beyond, you see this small metal door. It looks quite rusted. It's got a little handle area there, a keyhole, and some reddish, dull painted symbols upon it. Who's in second position?
Alcanet.
Make a perception roll, Alcanet.
I fail.
You didn't roll.
Oh, I didn't roll. I'm sorry. I fail.
No, rolled a 15 plus whatever the perception is.
You're a dirty rock cheater. That's what you are. I just want the whole world to know right now. And I don't mean Alcanet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oops, sorry. I've got that on my phone. Excuse me, I'll tell you in just a bit.
It's like a 38.
What do I need to succeed?
I didn't tell you. I want to know what your total is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we want to know what your total is too.
I'm going to hand you a piece of paper in just a second.
What?
Burp, 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 burp.
There you go.
There is that. There is that.
Why are you being so secretive with this number?
I don't know. Everyone else is making me feel very secretive over these things. And this one peering over my shoulder at my phone. That's another one. 33.
33.
I'm leaning forward.
You
You don't
recognize
get my post-it notes anymore.
these symbols as symbols you had put in place hundreds of years ago to prevent anyone from using this door.
Oh,
They
that's
look
curious.
they look to still be intact.
What's curious?
These symbols here. Who knows how they got there? I should go first. Not second. First.
Wasn't she leading the way before? I can't see anything.
Oh, he's nice enough to move the rocks and then climb through. But I'd still like to be first.
Yannick yields position, basically like puts his back up against the wall and slides the fishard out of the way.
scraping moss off the wall.
Is it
Yeah.
still
Silently.
It's still pretty narrow in here, isn't it?
No, it's a little
Oh,
wider
it's a little- okay.
channel.
You're more of a threat now. She was counting on these small.
He's -2.
Please. Lead the way.
I was hoping
Kenet-
to say underestimate me.
Kenet moves to the door and bumps into it and places her hands upon the door
Okay.
to unlock and remove said wards.
You start tracing symbols with your old gnarled fingers that, if truth be told, don't really belong to you. If you think back several episodes, but they are old and gnarled, and you trace the symbols, and they come to
Like
life.
hiding a passcode, she's like looking over her shoulder.
Which one of these is a door? And you start drawing little symbols, and they light up a little red, and then they fade away as though they were never there. But you're only doing certain ones on this. As you do so, all of the symbols then fade all at once. And you look back with a smirk at Yannick and pull down the handle and heave in, and it is locked, and you forget you don't have the physical key anymore.
I tried.
Kill this bitch.
3 episodes ago.
Galen, I was wrong. I want to apologize.
Oh, I'm writing that down.
Someone mark the date. Aunt Hemlock,
Yes, sir.
you have a way with locks.
I'm way
I've
back
seen.
here, though. How do I get up there?
I can't see you. I'm just speaking to the skies, hoping you're here.
If it's not a magical lock, then yes, I can get through it.
It is no longer a magical lock.
I think that qualifies.
So Hemlock squeezes his way through,
Okay, you're at the front.
and
I feel a chill. Anyone else feel that?
can somebody, Jericho,
Yeah.
detect magic on this door first?
You detect no magic.
Okay.
I
That was a
detect no magic.
non-canonical
Then
sound,
I will
believe.
attempt to open the door with thieves' tools.
All right, you get your thieves' tools, kneel down, and start putting your little thieves' tools in there and jiggering things about. Can I say that?
Careful.
Careful.
To get a
You can.
can
YouTube
jiggle.
strike, but
You can jiggle a lock.
Jiggling
Yeah.
things about, and at the same time, like Alkenet's head's right next to yours as you kneel down. So close. I need you to make a thievery roll 20.
use both guns.
22.
Okay.
Oh, you barely got that.
There is a click, and you check the handle, and the door is openable.
Good, you saved a long walk. The key's on my other body.
And I flat myself against the wall and motion Alkanet through.
Okay.
Alkanet charges through one step at a time.
All right. Alkanet charges through.
Define charges.
One step at a time.
Okay.
Hemlock, you
Closes
hear,
the door behind her.
as the door is
Wards.
opened, Hemlock, you hear a sound briefly, and it is coming from the direction you're headed, and it is the sound of a distant war drum going bum 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 bum.
It's one of these seasons, we'll figure out where they're coming from.
Yeah. There's something up
You hear
ahead.
them too?
Is that at all similar to the one that I heard way out in the desert before?
I don't know.
Okay.
He does know. He's just not telling
You may or may
you.
not know.
I heard it a long time ago, and I tried to figure out if it sounded more martial or more like celebratory.
We heard it a long time
Musical
ago
sense.
too. Way before you.
Yeah, but you don't know squat about music, and it wasn't you. It was Dash.
Oh no.
It was you.
Way before that.
Oh, season 3 thing. Whatever.
Which members of this party have heard the drums this season?
I don't know.
I don't think I have.
Zaldor has. Jericho has.
I don't know. If it's the
Hemlock.
same
And now
ones,
Hemlock
it's the same
has.
ones. I
All right.
asked. I don't know from my GM.
All right.
Thawne heard them. Agiri heard them.
Did
Pretty
I?
sure the last one heard them. The next one's going to hear them.
Yeah. The one after
The
that.
one after that.
In the
All
span
right.
of a week, too.
Past the concealed door, you slip into a damp cistern no longer in use. This one not a functional water supply at all. But 2 small drainage pipes do splatter liquid into this cistern. 30 feet above, instead of a small metal grate, is a huge metal grate ceiling that goes maybe 80 feet across and 30 feet wide, and 30 feet above is this metal walkway. You can see the feet of several guards standing directly above and can hear them clearly talking in the language of Thave. What's the name of the language of Thave?
Varin.
Thank you. Kenet points across shallow water in this stone cistern to a wall covered in thick vines.
How far across is it? 30 feet?
100 feet.
100 feet.
80 feet, 80 feet, 80 feet, 80 feet.
All right.
So guards above.
Yep.
Presumably, like, is it dark enough that if they look down, they would see us or wouldn't see us?
With light, they would see you.
And 100 feet across, there's another door.
A wall.
A wall.
But more the thick vines, even thicker.
Are there any stairs in the the outside of the cistern?
No, you do see some remnants of an iron ladder that you came down the well, but half of those rungs are rusted and you don't trust it that they head up.
And up above, is that opening into a interior of the castle, or is this an exterior?
You can see exterior. You can see some stars.
And the guards above, they're just like the regular city guards. They're not like the the Queen Shades, right?
Definitely not the Queen Shade. They look like the well dressed. A little more than the gate guards, though. A little more proper.
Step up from them.
Are they closer to one side or the other? Or are they literally just standing right in the middle of this big cistern?
They're closer to your side.
Leave whispering carefully. Leave can get us out of here.
I could make
Far
us
side.
all invisible, if that would be helpful.
You make us invisible, I'll get us up and out.
Yeah.
Straight across.
Alcanet's pointing to the wall.
Yeah. We'll follow Alcanet.
As we are all standing near each other before Alcanet starts blowing away, Zaldor will start building a bubble. Like he's blowing a bubble, but something that comes up out of his cloak, like he's lifting and lifting and lifting, and it turns into this clear, kind of rainbow translucent dome and sphere that keeps going out and around, and then starts enveloping Zaldor, then outside of Zaldor a little bit further, the one next to him, sorry, Yannick, and then goes into Jericho last, because he's the smallest one, as it just keeps descending on top of everybody, and we all find ourselves inside of an invisibility sphere.
Is it a bubble?
It is a giant bubble that you are all inside of. You and all targets are invisible except to each other as long as you remain within the spell's area, which is a 10-foot aura around me.
It's called Invisibility Spear?
It is.
Can't find
It's
it.
awful tight.
It's a level 3.
Tight.
Means I got to mark that. I don't have that one anymore.
How about your post note?
Yeah, absolutely.
While exploring, it's easy to move together slowly and remain invisible. This is untenable in battle, however, because once an encounter begins, creatures remain invisible until at the most the end of the first round, where the point of the spell ends. Because you cannot take a hostile action that will make you visible.
All right.
When we come out this door, are we at the bottom of the cistern? Like, is there a floor right there? So we
Yeah,
can
just
walk
a
across?
small step down for most. Be careful.
Oh!
Like, it's not just the middle of a...
See if that makes you comfortable.
No.
Okay.
But for you, you might have to turn around and say, I didn't kill my wife.
I don't care.
Thank you.
I got you. I'm not currently a fugitive from
Whereas
justice.
Yannick just takes a step.
Here's the one-armed witch.
I want every cistern spire in a 5-mile radius.
Wow.
Outhouse, doghouse, witch house, clubhouse.
All right, everyone is draped in amazing invisibility and a huge 30-foot emanations. Pretty severely.
Severely.
Oh, it's 30 foot. I thought it was 10. I heard 10. I was like, oh, good
10-foot
God.
aura.
That's a
Area
exist.
30-foot emanation.
Okay.
Last 10 minutes.
Nice.
Oh, that was the
I'm gonna
10.
keep casting my detect magic.
Okay, you detect invisibility somewhere within 30 feet.
I'm gonna look for the invisibility.
Runs out of it. I can't take it.
Detect magic, is that an audible? Because he has to go boop, 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 and we're below guards. I'm just putting
Well,
it out.
really
let's
loud.
let's
It's
ask
really loud.
Jericho.
Flashbulbs.
What is it? What is the
Well, let me look at the
manifestation?
spells.
I mean, there's the verbal.
I mean, those different spells have different little
It is
Hands
verbal
It's
and
somatic.
and somatic.
tradition. It's
It's
got,
VSM.
doesn't have any of those on there. It has no somatic,
Nope.
no verbal.
So what does it look like or sound like in stealth invisibility mode?
For him, I think it's just he's just got this hand that does this.
He's doing the
Just
hand
look
thing again.
All right.
It's
A
the
little
beginning.
David Copperfield kind
It's
of.
the beginning of Aliens where you see the green bean.
I saw him. I took a girl on a date to go see David Copperfield when I was in high school.
All right.
That was
Moving
the
on.
first and last one of those.
And you know what? It was 100%.
Hemlock, who's right next to Alkanet, motions to her to go to where she's pointing.
She just points to where the vines are.
You always say you want to lead, so I
Lead.
think he wants you to
Yeah.
lead.
I'm leading.
All right.
Just a little. There's a little push to the back. A little push to the back. Push to the back.
Yannick and the witch are just angrily gesturing at each other to go.
Zaldor, how many hero points do you have?
2.
I will.
Gain another to the max.
What?
It is hero point time to give out. With no Derek, I have decided and bequeathed it all over you.
Hey, you.
The group makes its way across this cistern very slowly, trying to make the splashing sound as limited as possible. You can still hear the guards talking. Their voices seem nonchalant, almost bored up above. And you reach the other side, where a whispery, quiet, assassin-y bladed facade slices in half vines that drop to the ground like a hairstylist. Do you like my descriptions?
It needed bangs.
Bangs?
You're never supposed to say that around him.
Too late.
Somebody say bangs.
And beyond, you see a full-on stone wall, and as only you approach Alkanet and get very close, within about a foot of it, you see more of your magic runes appear.
There's more tracing of runes to
All right.
get past this door.
She does so, and on the last one, instead of all of them fading, she actually traces each and every one of the 6 that are on there. Instead of each one fading, the last one, her hand goes through, and it creates turns from a solid to an illusory wall, of which she steps through.
I'm
And
going through quick because I don't know how long that's
Yannick,
lasting.
quick.
I didn't say and disappears yet before you guys jumped in.
Oh
All right.
And that's how I became known as Lefty.
Thank you. Okay. All right. On the other side, it goes a little bit of a distance. The cramped theme continues of stone, but there is a foulish smell ahead. You think you're dealing with some fecal-related matter, or perhaps some urine-related goodness. As you
Oh, we've
reach,
been in a shit soup since we got here.
as you reach a it takes still a while, like maybe 20, 30 minutes of maneuvering around, and Alkanet actually getting a little lost and heading back and forth. But you guys finally reach a spot that she is confident about, and you point up Alkanet at the escape route out of this castle you designed so many centuries ago. The rungs here seem to be slime covered in nasty filth, but secure, and head up to a light some distance above.
Yannick will kind of carefully head up and take a look and see, what he can see without revealing himself.
Okay. You climb up 40 feet up this ladder, and you reach a metal grate that's in 4 different pieces above.
Can you elaborate? I don't.
Sure. 4 pieces above is a metal grate, time, Yannick, things, ladder.
I get it.
So can I see anything through this grate?
You can see there is a room, and you can see the flickering of torchlight.
And I will listen for a while.
Okay. You listen for a while, you hear nothing.
And looking down, seeing if there's any guidance, input, direction, or thoughts from the team here before I...
Is
A
it too
piece of
heavy for
moss get thrown at you.
What is up there, Kenet?
A castle.
Yes.
I think I might be able
Heart.
to get it.
All right, let's go
Yeah.
with
The
it.
castle.
I
What
don't
are
think
we
we want to
walking
stay
into?
here or go back.
Queen's escort.
Queen's escort?
I mentioned it before.
What is the Queen's escort?
They escort the queen.
Yannick will push the grate open as quietly as he
Watch
can.
this.
She's all.
Amazing.
This is my favorite part.
Every group I bring through here, it happens right here.
That would be fantastic.
Watch
Yannick.
the blood splatter patterns.
Yannick starts to, like I said, open up the grate.
All right, Yannick is able to push as quiet as he can one of these 4x4 grate panels up and off to the side, and then help other people up. Looking around, you see a wide area of square curtains. You think you are not quite alone as you hear some shuffling of soft sandal type steps, maybe 40, 50 feet on the other side of one of these curtains. At the same time, not in that location, higher up, lower, higher, farther, you don't know where, but somewhere within this castle is the Ashen Queen, a middle-aged woman of striking features, her face covered in the tattoos of the Blood Witches. I believe we had an image of her. Oh, found her. Let me put her up. For those of you watching the video, you can see this. She has her very dark red, crimson, velvety robe draped around her. She is kneeling and has hands cupped underneath the head of a slave who's completely naked, hung upside down and bleeding out, his last breath very shallow and stilted, and blood pouring from the near disembowelment of him from above. And she lets the blood pour all over her hands. She rises and turns with a frown to one of her attendants, not another blood witch, but an attendant, and says, "Something is not right. Something is wrong. Definitely wrong." The attendant says, "Well, is it what you mentioned before?" "No. That presence I felt faded days ago. Something is off. Something about the web of blood is different." She looks concerned and then turns around with a start and leaves this bloodied chamber with blood dripping off her hands, followed quickly by her attendant. And we will take our break there, and we will be right back in just a moment, and we'll see what happens next. And we are back. A quick note, if you want to join our Discord channel and say hi, drop by ingloriousbards.com, click on the Discord image. It'll take you right to there. We love hearing from folks. We actually have little sections and rooms to join for each specific adventure. You can share your thoughts as to what you think's going to happen next, or what happened and why, and ask whatever crazy questions you have, because we have no answers as to why we do what we do.
We have theories. So many theories. Drop them in. We'll talk to you about them.
The curtains fall around as the last two heroes are brought up, and you find yourself surrounded. You are in a expansive guard room that functions as both barracks and mess hall for the Spire's lower enforcers. Battered bunk beds line the walls, and a few rough-hewn tables can host weary guards sharing their meager rations. In the center of this room is the large, grimy sewer drain that has trickled foul water down below, where the last of you have just clambered out. In the torchlight, you see several guards and two assassins, the Queen's Shades, with drawn weapons, waiting in ambush. Without a word, the assassins leap at you with whirling blades. You have just enough time to get your weapons out as they charge in, and we have a battle.
Protect me!
On our hands.
Is that to us?
Shove out Kenet forward. Protect us!
All right, we are rolling initiative. Yes, I have updated everyone's initiative with the level up.
Oh boy.
And what we have here is a squarish room with some bunk beds all around, and we have some castle guards, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left, one to the northeast, and a Queen's Shade to the north. And a Queen Shade to the east. The room is maybe 100 feet across, north-south. And we are going to roll initiative. Here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
And it is not rolling
I should
at
be
all.
first.
And we will delete the encounter and unceremoniously try
We
this
win!
again.
Woo!
Oh,
I cast
jeez.
win.
Limited win.
That's like 600 experience right there.
Unlimited win. Super win.
You know what's funny? Zeldor has a similar spell.
It does not want
What's
to.
it
Called
called?
Fireball.
That's not
It's just
win.
win.
That's win with scars.
All right, let's kill the encounter. And
I'm in
try
an
it
old
again.
grimoire. No wonder I can't find it.
I don't know if any of
Oh,
the rest of you run
jeez.
into this, but sometimes technology is a little kerfuffly.
Resetting.
Gotta kick it right in the boo-boo
You should have
hole.
seen it 100 years ago.
No, I'm pretty good with that one. Let's keep that one.
Resetting, re-downloading world. Here we go. Guard room map is coming back up. If you want to see these maps, you're welcome to drop by the YouTube channel and take a look if you're listening on the podcast.
Are they available for download?
It's on YouTube.
Oh.
However you use YouTube.
YouTube is this channel on the interwebs where you can watch things that are moving pictures with sound.
Ah. Winning streak.
All right, initiative has been rolled, and first up, it looks to be Galen.
Wow.
Ooh,
And
goodness.
Yannick.
Wait, no, none of this initiative is set up. I'm so sorry. It was a tease. It was the exact opposite. First up is Jericho. Of course it's Jericho with 36 initiative.
Can we go
And right after that will be
36.
Alkanet.
That's not horrible because he can do his thing.
Yeah, there's things I can do.
So it's going to be Jericho, Alkanet, Hemlock, and then all the enemies.
Alkanet, like the boss lady?
This
Oh. I'm trying to... Okay, yeah, can we see where she's right there? Oh, she's right in the middle of all of us? Oh, no, that's our friend lady, Alkanet.
We all
all the
popped
bad
up
guys?
through this
Hey,
grate.
We're all the
Winning
bad...
him over. Oh, friend lady.
Yeah, friend, well, and then we're all the bad guys again? Can you show me on them? They're
All
like surrounding
around.
us?
yeah.
Oh.
Unreliable narrator.
50 feet,
gotcha.
35 feet,
I'm not...
60 feet,
Yeah,
out
they're
of
just,
line of
okay.
sight.
Well, because I have all my little circles of helpfulness. That just means
Circles of helpfulness.
Yeah, circles of helpfulness.
I
That
just want
means
to point
won't-
out I am not an enemy.
I was talking right here.
Just-
I have initiative. You have your turn later. Here, I'm gonna press your pause button.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Which means I was going to do my Dirge of Doom to fear them all, but they're also spread out. It won't reach them. So instead, I'm going to bless us and make us better. So I'm going to do a lingering composition into the classic Courageous Anthem, the one that gives us a bonus to our attack and damage and saves versus getting feared. Yes.
And why are you grabbing a die to roll?
Because I know that I have Assurance, which will give me the basic, but I also really jacked up my performance roll to a plus 21. And so a roll gives me that option to, I'm really almost assured of passing, but I got a decent chance of getting a critical success, which will actually jump it up to 4 rounds.
Your DC, if you are curious,
I really am, actually.
is equal to a number that is 24.
Yeah, so I'd have to roll a 3 to get a success and a 13 to get a critical success.
All right.
I do have an ability that happens when I roll initiative, which is my battle cry now.
So I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna crit fish a little bit for this
Okay.
one right here. And I got a 19 on the die.
Woo, buddy.
So 4
for a
rounds.
Critical success. Turn on the magic light that this is going on. So you all, since you're all nice and close to me, you all have a +1 to your attack rolls, +1 to your damage rolls, and +1 to your saves versus being feared
All right.
for the next 4 rounds. And so I have a little magic die put here for that.
Also, you rolled a 40.
Yeah, I rolled a 40.
Yeah, that's
And-
great.
And then
That's a pretty
Yannick,
solid roll.
at our level up, picked up a new ability that happens when we roll initiative, and it's called Battle Cry. And he can demoralize an opponent, roll to demoralize an opponent during initiative. When you roll initiative, you can yell a mighty battle cry and demoralize an observed foe as a free action. If you're a legendary intimidation, you can use your reaction to demoralize your foe when you critically succeed in an attack. I am not legendary yet, but I will demoralize one of the Queen's Shades, the one to the northwest, I suppose.
Nice.
I'm north and east.
North, and then just straight north.
Okay.
Roll for, what is it, intimidation? Is that what I'm doing? With my physical prowess. So I have 2 hero points. I'm going to utilize one of those on my natural one, the first roll for the night. I'm going to switch dice
Get that out of the
around.
way.
That's not allowed
Roll. And a 6 plus my intimidation plus 16, so 22.
22.
Probably gonna be a
He
fail.
seems unfazed.
Of course it is. Okay.
If you would like to know why he seems unfazed,
Because it's a statue. Not real.
there is his badass picture for why he's unfazed.
Jeez.
Queen Shade looks badass with huge red cloak, hood, double swords over the sides, just looking like a villainous awesome, like the Red Emperor from Star Wars type guy, but even more nimble and less useless in the last Star Wars movie. All right.
Not just
I've
guarding an
utilized
elevator.
my first action. For my second 2 actions, I cast Haste on Hemlock.
Haste. Tell us what haste does.
Hemlock, for the next 1 minute, which is likely going to take us either till they're all dead or we're all dead, he gets to act faster. He gains the quickened condition and can use his extra action for a strike or a stride.
Okay.
So you can either shoot one more time or move one
That
more
creates
time.
an interesting
So 4 actions.
reload timing concept because
Yeah.
the fourth one can only be, or one of those can only be, though. It doesn't have to be the fourth one.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Al Kenet.
Thank you, by the way.
Oh, sure. Just hit big.
What would Al Kenet like to do?
Kenet is sizing up one of the elite shades.
With recall knowledge?
No.
With a tailor's tape?
But she is saying, I sense a foul coven of us. And she snaps her fingers. And there are doors, windows, and whatnot in the place.
Yep, there's doors to the east and to the west.
I'm going to close all of them.
The doors to the east and the west slam closed, and any faint sounds you might have heard on the other side are immediately muffled and silenced. This room is now fully contained.
There's a Rorschach quote in here right now.
You're apart from your queen, and you fail now. And she raises her hands and begins to cast. She casts unabashedly on enemies of her coven. Mark of Death.
Mark O. Death. I see Mark for Death as an action.
Vision
No.
of Death?
What's the name of it?
It is called... Oh, sorry, Curse of Death. Curse of Death.
Curse of Death.
That one you should see.
That one I see. All right. 30-foot range, one creature, fortitude save. 2 actions.
Listen to this fort save.
Who are you casting on?
One of the shade. Probably the net shade that's going next.
You will need to move 5 feet closer.
Make it so. 5 feet closer.
I'll do that since Jeremy's doing other things.
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Got it. All right, 30 feet. That's the Queen Shade to the north. Go ahead and have that person make a fortitude save. So I'm going to roll it myself as a curse of death. 2 actions. All right, this is all your actions. Fortitude save coming at you. A total of 27.
To fail.
All right.
Jeez.
They are dying stage 1.
Okay.
What? Just
Watch
dying?
the show.
The
All right,
target
I guess we're
is
just going to stand behind Kenet.
the target is afflicted with the curse of death.
Do not stand in front.
She
Like,
can go first.
dying
from now on.
stage 1, that means 0 hit points, and in dying,
I'm trying to figure this out.
It's a series of stages. The dying stage
There it
of
is.
1 means they take X number of damage on their turn, and then it just gets worse and worse.
So
and
yeah,
worse.
right now they are stage 1 of the curse, and he is fatigued and takes 4d6 damage. And you can sustain this. Takes an action each future turn up to 1 minute. So just remember, if you don't sustain it, he'll stop making it.
Yep.
Okay.
So 46
can he
damage.
save out of it? Or is he just stuck?
He keeps taking damage. He made his roll. He failed. Now he takes continuous damage.
Horrified. Horrified wizard.
It's fine.
It's all fine.
The curse ends when the spell ends, 1d6. If he succeeded, it says it can't increase beyond stage 1. So we'll figure this out.
Do you roll the 46 right now?
No, it's at the end or start of.
They have
There.
they get to make a save.
All right.
When you sustain it, yeah, they have an option to do this way. It's an affliction. At the end of every turn, they save to either reduce its stage by 1. All right. It's a focus spell, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Q. I'm going to mark him as fatigued. And next up is Hemlock, a hastened gunslinger.
Yeah. Hemlock is going to move with his special ability. 10 paces, going to move to the southwest 10 feet.
Stop selecting everybody. Stop selecting
Escape.
every.
Or
Did you just make me reload the whole thing? Hold, please.
that wasn't me.
10 feet to
Either
the
way,
south.
10 feet to the southwest, that'll draw a pistol, and then he's going to use quick draw to draw another pistol and fire at the Queen Shade to the east.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. One more thing with the curse. If they ever reach 0 hit points with any of the damage that curse does, it kills them outright.
All right.
And it'll be a 35 to hit.
The Eastern Queen Shade, 35 to hit, is a hit.
Okay.
Nice shot.
Uh,
Bummer it's not crit.
9 points of piercing or bludgeoning damage, 6 points of cold damage, and 2 points of fire damage.
What's the total?
17,
Okay.
And you took the +1.
18.
On the roll too.
No.
Oh,
36 to hit.
With 36 to hit, be a crit.
sorry, you're gonna have to retcon after this.
Okay, hold on. A lot of stuff going on. Doing math.
It was a 36 to
That
hit.
is a hit.
So 19 points of damage.
Got it. All right. What was that, Christopher?
You're gonna have to retcon a little bit because I have a floating head that is flying around, and will charge the same shade and cast a spell.
Which is familiar floating head. I have added it to the map. It is right behind you. Where would you like this floating head to go? What's going on with this head?
The floating head is going up to the shade within 30 feet of it.
The Queen's Shade. Okay.
Queen's shade.
All right, Hemlock, you have anything else going on?
That was one. Then I will fire a second time.
Same person?
Same person.
Okay.
For a 29.
29 is a hit.
Nice.
Uh, 22 points of damage.
Okay, with all the modifiers.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good shot
Mm-hmm.
for being just a hit.
Yeah.
Yep, and then I will drop one of the guns and do a quick draw on a third
Oh, cool.
pistol.
Sweet.
And that's... And I will... That is quick draw lets me fire a third time.
Oh, that's powerful.
That is powerful.
Very powerful.
That's a critical because of Master Brilmain's teachings, anything 18 or above is a crit, and I rolled an 18.
What do you mean everything 18 or above? What is this
Just
about?
on Queen Shades.
Oh.
I also have +1 AC against Queen Shades.
It's fucking sweet.
A third attack crit.
Yeah.
That does not happen.
You get half that damage as credit there, Jericho.
Okay.
This is
That doubles the damage I've done in this
30
campaign.
so
then.
far. That's 40.
31.
But not
I
the
rolled
amount of damage
shit
you
on
can
these though. It's 33 points.
33 points.
It's
They
33.
still did like 60 points of damage this round.
All right,
Yeah.
boom. Huge shot. Takes a big blow, and it is the Queen Shade Assassin to the north's turn. And it is going to, how far away? 25 feet. It is going to do a special ability. It is going to do its Sword Blitz ability, moving up to its movement. It will go 20, looks like 25 feet
shit.
straight south and make 2 attacks at, I believe, different targets. Let me double check.
Galen and
Did you say
right
your
there.
head was casting a
Striking
spell?
one. Doesn't have to be different targets.
I'll have to wait until the next.
Striking once at Galen with its blade. It is fatigued, so you never know. And it rolls a 34 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Dang.
For 21 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then a 23 to hit the Jagged Witch next to Galen.
That's a miss.
Okay, swings and misses.
You said 21 to me, right?
21 points
Yep.
of damage to you. And then for its last action, it exudes and bursts out a red blood-like mist in a 10-foot emanation.
Oh, no.
And until the beginning of its next turn, creatures in the area are concealed, and other creatures are concealed to them.
Is that a flat 5?
Correct.
It is a mist of blood.
Like blood, but it's not sticking to you.
Okay. Kenet's just inhaling it.
Rebasing it.
Is that 40 feet? 40 feet. The injured to the east, Queen Shade runs in one action 40 feet with incredible
I
speed.
do want to retcon one thing
Yes.
because of that crit. This is probably null and void, but just in case.
Yes.
Can I get that guy to make a fort save against my crit specialty?
25?
Needed to be less than 24, so never mind.
Okay. Runs
Sorry.
straight at you, Yannick. You've blasted him
fort save.
several times and swings twice.
You mean Hemlock?
Oh, I'm
Hemlock,
sorry.
Hemlock.
You need to go back. It needs to suffer
What?
damage for the curse.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me do this guy. That's a different guy. That's a guy to the north. There's just so much, guys. We got to. I know it's been a while, but
Take your time.
we're doing lots and lots of retcons. Hold on. We have Scimitar at Hemlock. That was a 31 to hit
That hits.
and a 19 to hit with the
Does
second
not
one.
hit.
All right. First one is 21 points of damage.
Less
Slashing.
10 because he is within range of my retributive strike.
I'm a ways away.
You and I are both down here.
Oh, sorry. I
yeah,
didn't even
I
see
am.
you.
I am right behind you. In fact, so you take 10 resistance, and I get to strike back
That
at
is
him. Is there anything else
awesome.
he needs to do before that?
Nope.
11.
All right. So the
Seven,
strike
seven.
coming at him is going to be where? So 17 plus 18,
35.
35, 36 to hit.
Let me double check. This one down here, 36 is a
Yeah.
hit.
All right, so that's going to be 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 21 points of damage.
And that was with the +1, all that.
22 points of damage.
All right. Another blow to this guy. He did slice back. All right, going back to the Northern Queen Shade, who is cursed. He's making a fort save versus your spell DC, Jagged Witch.
He failed already. He takes the damage now. He can do a check after he takes the damage.
That is not my understanding. My
Well,
understanding,
he already made a fort save.
my understanding, this works just like a poison would with multiple stages. So he's at stage 1. He's going to make a roll, and then the result might mean he comes out of it or it goes deeper into it.
But he took his turn, so he has to do
He's
one
going
of
to
those.
roll
yes.
it now. 20. I think it's the same number I gave you last time. 27.
Failed. So he advances to stage 2.
Stage 2 he continues to be fatigued and takes 8d6 damage.
Crikey.
Now or next time?
Right now.
Oh my God.
That seems unhealthy.
That's stage 2. If he's lucky, he'll just
Need to
go
get
down and take
hurt
more
with a
damage.
bunch more
If he's
spell
not lucky,
slots.
it's going to get even worse. He takes 29 points of damage, the guy to the north, and just is recoiling in pain and trying to figure out what's going on. You can't quite see his face, but you can see his body language. He just looks a little downtrodden. He was not expecting this.
Shade, damn it!
I'm on Wii. I'm on Wii.
The guards. Castle guards swarm in, 2 from the southwest. One gets 1 action, other gets 2 actions. Both of them attack. 3 total actions coming at Yannick. A 15 to hit, a 15 to hit, and a 10 to hit.
I'm not even going to dignify that.
You add them all up.
Cumulative maybe. Another guard closes in on Yannick and uses 2 actions to get there. You are now off guard, so lower your armor class by 2. He gets 1 last strike at you with a 15 to hit.
What?
-2 off your armor class.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I am still okay.
There's another
can take
guard. He
off your
spends
armor.
2 actions racing around one of these pillars into
Come
the
to
middle.
me too.
He comes to the innocent and vulnerable bard, Jericho.
Who turns and looks at him so innocent and vulnerable as he tries to strike at me with
All
an
right.
empathetic plea. Because that's what I do. That's my armor. Is
We
my
laughed
eyes.
long ago. Now it's serious. Now it's
Go ahead with Puss in Boots.
That would be a 37.
37 is a critical success on the castle guard.
The critical says he pulls his attack, wasting his action, and can't use hostile actions against me until the beginning of his next turn.
All right.
That's just
I'm so sorry.
No, not you.
I just slightly wet myself on command. And he's like, sorry.
I actually like the Fae.
I've never
Another,
seen a gnome with such sparkly eyes.
Another guard races in from the northeast and comes right at Galen and only has one action and strikes at you with a 24 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. And then they're all done. All the enemies are done. It is Zaldor's turn.
Zaldor, not wanting to be outdone, though impressed by Alkenet's use of magic to cause massive amounts of pain, moves forward into the mist slightly. Perhaps, come on, Zaldor, be a chum. Be a chum. I don't know how to
You've
do
got
things.
measurement marked.
Let me get on measure. Stop with tokens.
One
Do that
down.
One. Try that one.
There
Hey,
you go.
and then takes his brand new staff of elemental power and casts lightning bolts. Straight line through the Queen's Shade and the guard that just swung at Galen.
All right, they're making reflex saves.
They are.
Queen's Shade is 35.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Queen's Guard is 10.
I believe the Queen's Guard critically failed,
Okay.
and the Queen's Shade did succeed, but not critically.
Before
Did
that,
you roll your
yeah,
flat
there's a 5 check.
five?
You're in the concealed mist.
But I'm in the mist with them. That shouldn't be a thing. I'm here too. That's an 8. So it's
Success.
fine. Lightning bolt, help me out. 4d12? Is that right, everybody?
I don't know. Look it up.
I don't have it. Do I
Alkanet
have
gives
it?
you a misty nod.
Let me confirm. It's in the wand. The wand doesn't always have the spells listed in the book. Everyone knows this. It's a fireball. I've got that listed. I do have it. There it is. It's
Lightning bolt.
4d12.
40-12.
Good job, everyone. It's good work. Good work.
Glad I could help.
That's 2, and I'm
So
gonna
half damage to the Queen Shade, double damage to the Castle Guard.
Yep. All right, so we've got 9 plus 4 plus 9 plus 8.
13,
13 plus
17
17
is
is 30.
30 points of electric damage.
All right, 15 to the Queen Shade. He is barely touched. And then 33, you said?
30.
30. Then double 60. The Queen's Guard is obliterated.
Nice.
Like some sort of weird Mortal Kombat, like skeletal outline for a second, and then it just vaporizes. You have one more action
You said
left.
that Queen Shade is barely touched?
Yeah,
That
the
was,
northern one, not your
Yeah.
eastern one.
So that was 2 charges from the staff. Does that count as a double action? Because it was casting the spell
The
itself.
spell actions don't ever change. Doesn't matter the number of charges. Lightning
Movement,
bolts
2 actions.
You did
that's
move.
done.
Okay.
I moved up.
All right. It is Galen's turn. You are right next to a Queen Shade in this mist, this misty mist.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Galen's mirror flashes and he appears on the other side in 2 places at once, but appears on the other side of the Queen's Shade, flanking with Kenet.
You can do that?
I can do many things, which. And then peers into the soul of this Queen Shade, assuming it has one, and exploits vulnerability. That's a natural 20. So
Ooh.
that's a
Nice.
41 total.
You know his birthday.
Exploiting vulnerability.
It's
It has no exploitable weaknesses or vulnerabilities, so you're doing the mortal weakness then.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
How much damage does that add?
Let's see. I can do personal antithesis. That adds 6. Yep, adds 6. So I'll be doing plus 16 against this, assuming we hit. So then with the third action, knowing this, seeing the vulnerability, creating the vulnerability, knowing how to strike at its heart, Galen strikes.
Gotta do your 5 roll.
What's that?
Your 5 roll.
Oh, thank you.
Concealed.
Bloody mist.
7.
Okay. You see through it.
Barely.
Second action.
All right, so that would be a 19 and 9,
28.
28.
28. You cut and spray more blood into the air.
Excellent. So that's going to be 7 and 4 is 11 and 3, 14 and 16 is 30.
Whoa.
Nice hit.
That's huge.
Oh, +1, 31.
Woohoo!
He's no longer barely touched, Seth. You were asking about that earlier.
And that is my turn.
Okay.
Question is the grate that is removed. Which one of those 4 pieces is the grate that is removed?
Whatever. No, this one closest to you,
Okay,
southwest.
great. So
I love that question so much.
So Yannick turns to his north, gives the guard a steely-eyed look, but then briefly changes his focus onto his fishard and just does a quick symbol over it. And if it were dark enough, you would see a slight light emanating from it as it takes a new shape.
Oh.
And that is the shape of a maul. Whoa! So it is it's by the power of the blade ally that is in my weapon through the power of Karahel, I am able to, for an action, change its shape into another two-handed weapon. In this case, we're doing a maul. And then I'm going to swipe at the guard here to my north.
And this was from Blade Ally?
Correct.
And it's one action to change?
Correct. And it takes on all of the properties, but retains the runes that are in it.
All right.
And my roll is... What is my plus now?
And what's the reason to do something like that?
Well, you'll
see.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
32 to hit.
32 to hit. The whom again?
The guard.
Which one? North, south?
The one to the direct north.
North.
Of me.
That is a critical hit.
Okay. So it did 2 things. It changed the damage dice to D12s, which we're going to roll right now. And then one other thing it did, which we'll talk about here after we get to damage. All right,
I don't think it's going to make it that far.
Well, 5, 9,
Sending a message at this point.
9, 14, 24, 31 damage.
That's a lot of damage, but I wanted to say Ricky on the... Since using the mall on chat says this is scenes from a mall.
The other effect that mall has is it has the ability to shove.
You did how much damage? I'm sorry.
31.
With the critical hit.
It wasn't critical. Was it critical?
It was.
So we'll double that to 62.
You unfortunately don't get the ability.
And he will be shoved down into the damn hole.
The goo that remains goes down the drain.
So he goes down the drain like a mall rat.
Yes.
Oh, obliterated.
And then I have one action left. So I will turn back around. And we will take one more swipe at the guard to our direct south. That is also within melee range of Hemlock.
Okay.
And that's a natural 1. I'm going to use my second hero point of the night.
On the guard, it might still hit him.
Yeah, no, I mean, it won't. I wonder if wasting I'm going to save the hero point. I'm going to accept the natural 1.
All right. You swing and miss, and the Queen Shade 10 feet to your east takes that as an opportunity as Hemlock looks over at you makes some snide remark at you. The Queen Shade pounces and strikes at you, Hemlock, with a 37.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's a critical. Just
Jesus.
a critical.
38 points.
But I have my reaction back. Can I?
You can.
Retributive strike, so negative 10 to that.
28.
And then my strike is then a 34 to hit.
Is a hit.
And it's still in the shape of a maul at the moment.
Let's go.
So it's going to take 12, 14, 14, 56, 17, 22 plus 6, 28 points of damage. 29 points of damage.
Huge. He is bloodied and battered, but he did get a good hit on Hemlock.
Does it shove?
It does. So he will be shifted 5 feet to his northwest.
Nice.
Maul, group, hammer. Why is it shove?
Because it's a maul.
Maul, I see, is group, hammer, and hammer knocks prone.
Hammer should be
The target is-
maul. I believe has the shove.
What am I looking for? Oh, I see the keyword up there. So
Yeah.
sorry, I missed it. You can use shove with the athletic skill, so you need to make an athletics.
Sure.
Adds the weapons item bonus as well to the roll.
So the item bonus would be plus. I mean, I normally get a +6. Is that it, or is it? I mean,
Be all your item bonuses if they apply.
Just roll the weapon, the full
sure.
weapon.
So
goodness.
15 plus 18. The base roll is
33.
a 15. My athletics is 18, so that's a 33 before any modifiers.
Okay.
And I have a +2 striking thing, so I don't know if it's just the +2
35.
or the +6.
Versus their fortitude. What was the target number one more time?
You got 35 at least.
Yeah, I got a
35 right
35. There is no target.
Is-
It's a shove, so I guess it's a save.
Yeah, versus their fortitude.
Versus
Yeah.
their 40.
Is a success.
Okay, so he's shoved into the hole.
You push your target back 5 feet.
I thought it was any direction.
No.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, the
That's
both of them
still
back.
great. That'll-
Yeah, yeah. I'll take it.
You can stride after it, moving in the same direction.
I will do that.
Okay.
Into the hole.
In the hole with you.
All right. That was a crazy weird turn. We have a new round. Jericho. Jericho, be aware you are face to face with a castle guard.
Yeah, that's super true. I'm
Face
going
to
to cast
inner thigh.
a first level spell of Friend Fetch. And I'm going to reach out, and as I reach both my hands out, these silvery tendrils go and wrap themselves around Hemlock and pull him over that hole and right to the spot due south of me. So I cast the first level spell, Friend Fetch.
Okay.
Nice.
Pull him away
That
from
was
that
first
guy
level
that's
spell?
just, yeah, this. You want me to look? This is where I'm at right here. You want to look? This is where my spells are at right here. Good track. And then I'm going to look at this, the Queen Shade that just hit him, and I'm going to do recall knowledge to figure out what I can figure out about these guys. Because I have questions that I need to understand about them for hurting them down the road. So I would like to do a recall knowledge on these guys.
Make a society or occult roll.
Alrighty, I will do so. 15.
Total of 15.
I roll the 4.
They look dangerous.
Okay. I just, as a free action, I just look at Hemlock as I pull him over and go, these guys look dangerous.
Al Kenet, speaking of looking dangerous.
Did anyone get bonked severely?
I got
If they were behind you, so you wouldn't know.
But yeah, he got
I'm
critically
whispering
hit.
to the cleric of the group.
Hemlock.
I
got-
took
I'm like
I'm like
that,
still
okay.
above half, but barely.
Using one action, taking a step south.
And don't forget your familiar thing.
I'm not forgetting it. He's there.
Come on, bro.
One step south, you're still in the bloody mist.
Oh, I put that under something.
You got it, Jeremy?
Nope.
You gotta
Trying.
go to the X box at the top. There you go.
Got it. Thank you.
Sustain and shield. My turn is done.
Oh, great. Sustaining annoyingly.
And
That's
your little floaty head thing.
He stays put.
Okay.
Nothing there.
Hemlock. You've been
4-9.
pulled to safety.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, little friend. And I will do quick draw and fire upon that Queen Shade I've been knocking around a
All right.
little, or has been knocked around a little. 30.
Is a hit.
Not terrible.
23 points of damage.
Really? You're doing some juicy and damage now on regular hits.
Yeah.
We all have extra runes now.
Oh.
And then I will
How many actions do you have left?
3.
Jesus.
Yep. I will reload,
Just getting started.
reload, and fire again.
He's going to get used to this. This is like gunslinger crack.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Can't count. 27.
Is a hit.
That is still active, right? Sure.
Yeah, the battery died on my light.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But it is still
It'll
active.
turn 3, 2, 1. Maybe it'll poop out here.
14, 18 points of damage.
18.
For a
He,
basic hit, that's not.
Yeah.
That's huge.
more blood
That's
spurts
light.
out. He is bloody as all hell.
+1.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I had +2 because I didn't add it last time.
All right, the Queen Shade, who is cursed to the north. We will have him make his roll, shall we?
Oh, sure. It's fatigue roll.
Can't remember if it's at the beginning or the end.
I think you said beginning.
I think it's the end.
I think it's right in the middle.
Wherever he says it
We'll
is, I
do
guess.
the
I
end.
mean, at the end.
We'll give him a turn. All right, he is slashing multiple times at Galen with his double blades. 24 to hit,
Miss.
26 to hit,
That hits.
21 points of damage.
Galen will raise his amulet for a little bit of damage abeyance. So I gain 10 resistance to all damage of the triggering type and 5 persistent resistance to it. So how much did he do?
21 minus
21.
10, you take 11.
I take 11.
Nice.
All right. And then he rolls better. 28 on his fortitude save.
Fail. He advances to stage 3.
Stage 3 is 12d6 damage. Continues to be fatigued 1. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Just roll 3.
50 on the dot.
Oh.
50 points of
Wow.
damage.
He's fine.
He doubles over and starts swinging wildly and looks exhausted and is suffering big time.
Also, Tom, did he make his flat 5s to attack me?
Oh, he did not. Let's do that real fast
Eating
with a
bad
physical
sushi.
dive. The first one was good. Both of them were good. And we get a hero point. Let's give it to Jericho.
Nice.
The other Queen Shade is being shot like crazy, is near death, and is going to wants to get a little tactical. He wants to also kill. He wants to kill so many people. He's going to do his sword dance, leaping over the gaping hole in the grate and striking twice at Hemlock, who has hurt him so badly. This is only 2 actions to do all this. Hemlock, 38 to hit
That's a crit.
and a 35 to hit.
That's a regular hit.
Dang it.
Regular hit is 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Critical hit, 40 points of damage.
Hemlock's down.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
And he taunts as he leans over your body, and you do not understand or hear the curse.
Was that Verev?
It was.
What would it translate to the Jagged Queen?
You translate it for them.
Somebody else knows that it's
He just said someone's blood will thirst somebody else. Who was that?
A guard right next to Yannick strikes 3 times. 18,
Mm-mm.
21, -2.
That one hits.
Another guard moves around you, a lot of movement.
I already used my reaction earlier with Hemlock.
He then strikes twice, 14 and 16.
Again,
Just
do you want me to dignify those?
Describe how you are not being hit.
I mean, the Fishard is really just swinging around, and well, it is actually now reverted back to Fishard because I have to redo it every round. But literally, like Yannick is just spinning around, deflecting blow after blow, raising
Darth
an arm.
Maul?
Yeah, kind of like Darth Maul, raising an arm, deflecting it off of his armor. He's just like absolutely, spinning around in circles, just deflecting everything that's coming near him. Preparing to strike.
Jericho, you need to maybe do the same because you have one guy next to you with a 18, 9, and 2 to hit with 3 attacks.
I just duck.
No, thank you.
Just comically keep swinging at the same vertical space over and over again. You just duck repeatedly. All right, Zaldor.
Yes. All right, so I just heard the Verev speaking down to the south, and I know that there's one in front of me who's crying out in pain. Zaldor will move himself around the Queen Shade to line up Correct for both sounds, and this time, without using the staff, will cast his own lightning bolts. They must make a reflex save of 25. 6, 5. Come on, spells. DC 26 for reflex saves for both the Queen Shades.
Both of them?
Yes.
What was the spell I left for a second?
Lightning bolts.
How are you getting?
So this one is
nice
my
angle.
own.
Reflex save 30 and 30. That's weird.
They both succeed, weirdly enough, even though he's fatigued and therefore not supposed to be as good as defending. But he would
still interfere.
He did not keep that going.
Let's undo.
So one other minor issue here. I hate to bring this up, but technically Galen is standing right there.
Oh, what an interesting thing that I don't care about.
Well, you kind of don't want to strike through me because, again, I'm standing directly between you and the Queen
Nope,
Shade.
you're safe.
No, I am in two places at one time.
Where are you?
But either
Did
side.
not put his copy up there.
Yeah. So I am literally standing in the space that Zaldor is occupying right now.
When did that happen?
Last turn.
Oh, then unfortunately, Zaldor, you might have to rethink things.
Zaldor was not in the place he wanted to be.
So sorry.
Zaldor was here. He follows the sound of the Queen Shade. and
I am
stands
literally
here.
on the other side of that shade.
Wait, hold on. You just said where Zaldor was at. That was not where Zaldor was at. You can go there, Zaldor.
So you were
Gale,
here.
hold on. Let's make sure.
No.
Galen, are you where you need to
No,
be?
I am one space to the right. I was flanking with
I
Alcanet.
just said that.
There we go.
Flanking with Alcanet. Alcanet is here.
Alcanet moved on their
All
last
right,
turn.
Zaldor, where do you want to go?
Right there. Pull up your socks.
Cool.
Make a reflex save, Galen.
Don't forget, I think,
Target
26.
isn't a success a critical success?
failed.
Not so bad. It's 28
Hero point.
plus 5.
I know two magic casters that are going to get some swords in their backs here, too.
33 points of electrical damage. Get zapped through as Zaldor was convinced he was taking care of just the Queen Shades.
You injure one to the northeast, the cursed one. He is badly injured, and you destroy the closer one to you, who stumbles backwards and falls down the open drain.
That's 2.
Par 3. Zaldor is done, and Galen in 2 places been lit up.
We'll deal with that later. So Galen now at the beginning of his turn has to solidify in one place, and we'll do that to the north.
Okay.
But then immediately reappears on the other side of the shade and is now flanking. And with the vulnerability still active, will strike once again. That is a third. What is that? That was a 15. 34 to hit.
34 is a hit.
All right. So did not roll major damage here, but that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 16 is 26.
That's pretty great.
Wait, no, sorry.
Not major
16
damage.
and 8 is 24.
24.
It is.
Plus 6 is 30 plus 1 is 31.
Not major damage is pretty major damage. Those were critical hits not too long ago, damage counts.
Yeah.
It's still standing.
Yes.
Then,
And writhing in
oh
pain.
man, this thing has really high AC.
We haven't
Boy,
missed
we're
it
just
yet.
gonna try it. We're gonna go for it one more
Yeah,
time. One
do it.
more strike. Let's see what we can do here.
You got it.
Oh, I think I do. So that's 19 and 13, 32,
Is a hit.
33. No, 32. 32.
You
So
need to do 29 points of damage.
ooh, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4 is 11, and 10 is 21, and 6 is 27, and 1 is 28.
That's one shy of 29. It still stands barely alive. It is Yannick's turn. You are flanked by castle guards.
Oh shoot, you've got the hard part.
Oh no!
I should have thrown my lightning bolt over there.
I go prone and rest.
Upside lawn
Yannick
chair.
again throws a hand out and makes basically a gesture that is a gesture of power from his goddess Carahel, and the Fishard grows at the end and it becomes a giant two-bladed great axe as I sweep through these guards. The first one to my west is going to take the first shot. Just rolled a natural 1.
Oh no!
You still have a hero.
I know. I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm going to use my hero point. I'm going to re-roll.
The other Queen Shade's like,
So that'll be a 27 to hit.
Is a critical hit.
A critical hit is going to be 13 plus 8. So that's 21 plus 7, 21, 28, doubled, 56 points of damage.
Is cut in half.
So the
Literally.
nice thing about a great axe is it has the ability to sweep, which means that if I attack a second opponent in the same round, I gain a +1 circumstance bonus on my second attack.
You could definitely get an E against these guys.
So yeah,
Every +1 matters.
Oh my goodness! You take a dice and throw
Wow.
it away.
That
it's
is-
going to dice jail now. I am out of hero points, and I rolled another natural 1.
A natural 1. Then he is going to
Oh yeah!
he's going
pushes you
to
into the wall.
stab you successfully for a guaranteed hit of 7 points of piercing damage.
Of piercing.
And
And
that's a
he-
critical.
And he looks elated.
It works.
And I look at the wound, and then just like,
Oh, sorry.
I just growl.
Puts the little scratch on your cheek, and now it's first blood.
Yes, exactly.
All that for it.
Jericho.
Yes. So Jericho, there's a that really big bad guy that was right below us went away. So that's really super good. So I have a
You hear
friend
from the drain. I'm not quite dead yet. It's very hot in here. Oh, someone's coming.
super true. I'm gonna cast Soothe at 2nd level on the corpse next to me.
Thank you.
Oh no, actually not the corpse. I'll do it on Hemlock.
Soon to be.
The pre-corpse there. Alrighty. 2d10 plus 8. Blue. Oh, a 1 on that die. That's unfortunate. 8, 9, only 15.
Conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than a kick in the pants. And then I'm going to Bon Mo, the guy that's over there interacting with Hemlock. And,
Guy interacting with
No one's
Hemlock.
interacting with Hemlock. You mean the one? The
I mean,
guard?
excuse me, the one with Galen.
Galen.
Was interacting with Galen, and I'm just gonna say, hey, did you see what that mall did? Your friend missed you. He's missed now. Get it? It's super funny.
I was going to give you a +1, and you don't get the +1 anymore.
You should.
Diplomacy roll.
Diplomacy roll.
We're now
All
at
right, here we
negative.
go. Oh, I rolled a 3 on the die, so I got a 21.
That is a fail. Okay. Kenet.
Kenet will sustain,
Okay.
and then we'll do her familiar ability, which is called Shed Spirit. There is a creature within 20 feet of her familiar. That will be the target of said attack.
It better not be
Your
me.
familiar spirit exits its body, leaving its empty shell behind. So this head kind of just floats down before flying at an enemy within 20 feet and dealing 6d6 spirit damage with a basic will save.
Read at the very end, the last sentence.
If the familiar dealt damage then flies to an ally within 30 feet of the enemy, restoring hit points equal to half the damage dealt, then reforms in its original square. So let's make a basic will save on this dude first. Will save.
Which one is it attacking?
Who is attacking?
So many creatures within
this
20
one
feet.
up in the
Queen
The
shade.
only one within 20 feet is or
queen
not
shade.
the queen
There's-
shade.
There's a guard.
The weak dude.
There's a guard.
The guard.
The guard.
He's pointing at the guard
The
next
guard.
to Jericho.
The guard.
19.
Critical fail.
Okay. Then it takes 12d6. Do you want me to roll that?
No, I disagree with the number of dice you're suggesting.
Why?
Flying enemy within 20 feet, dealing 66 base spirit damage with a basic will save. So that would double the amount of damage to 12d6.
Keep reading.
Alkinet's a dick.
It then flies and then heals. There's nothing changing the damage. I'm not sure what you're looking at.
One of you's looking
You
at the
clearly don't
remastered,
have the
one's
blood
not.
magic
Yes.
Probably.
spell list.
He's looking at 1E. That's what he's doing.
Oh, he's walking it around.
I gotta walk it around.
He's off the headset.
I don't like this.
This is falling apart.
It says, and kills one Fae within 30 feet.
Galen takes more damage.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is that spell or not? No, it's feet is where it's coming from. Yeah, okay. I was thinking this was spell, so you're right. Okay,
Wouldn't
so
be
that is
right.
more.
How much more?
So that is 10d6 points of damage. He is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 37 doubled is 74 points of spirit damage. And then back down to 30 to the damage dealt. We're gonna have to limit this to the amount this guy has. 25 hit points are healed to Hemlock, and then the head reinvigorates and floats back up a little bit, and the poor guy is destroyed. His
I
husk
think
drops.
I was gonna say,
visually,
like,
I think
desiccated.
the floating head, his jaw just does that kind of thing and
disengage,
just
yeah.
absorbs him.
Imhotep.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
That was a terrible idea. But you do that. Look.
And then
Thank you.
vomits. You get it sucked the blood out of him, and then you see the creature just kind of float over you and vomit it on you.
Straight into your mouth.
But it's very refreshing.
It's like 7-Up. It's like evil 7-Up.
It's red Kool-Aid.
Cherry
Seven
diet.
Up is
7-Up.
evil 7-Up.
Sticky.
You have anything else going on?
That is the sustain and the 2 actions for this. So that's
All right.
it.
Yeah, Hemlock feels really weird. Stands up and fires his gun at the last Queen Shade.
You and
Okay.
Alkinet are now engaged.
Yeah.
I have mated successfully.
Related by blood.
I rolled an 18, so that's a crit.
Oh,
I'm assuming
Jesus.
he only has 1 hit point left.
Why,
so I don't
why is
need
it
to-
what? Explain
Because-
this to me again.
when we were in the tower, I don't remember the tower, but
wanna tell you?
Hemlock was asking Master Brillmane about the Queen
8th,
Shades.
10th.
Specifically because that Queen Shade in the market way back when
Stabbed the
was
shit
a
out of
complete
you.
asshole.
Yeah.
And so Hemlock's holding a grudge. And you told me that the Queen Shades, anything above an 18 was a crit, and I have a +1 AC against any Queen Shade.
Oh, it's coming back to haunt you, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, well, there's a third Queen Shade now in the fight. Was this when Brillmane went room to room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And gave at least most of us, like, some sort of,
You gave me the Ballad of
Or-
Cordelia.
yeah.
I've got the +3 on my rolls on exploit vulnerability against blood witches and minions.
I see the entry.
Really
Going
give
to
the
the
Yannick.
entry. It's an entry called Wizard's Gifts. I am verifying
He's ruining the day.
Hemlock.
Yeah.
God dang. +1 AC and 18 to 20 on natural only rolls is a critical only against Queen Shades.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss that. That's just a fun.
I do. I'm going to
That's
add this
awesome.
all up, or just he's dead.
I do.
Yes, he is dead. Could you describe how this poor cursed
Oh.
individual dies?
Because Hemlock has some further plans, he shoots his hand off, just his hand,
Okay.
and just like when there's just a bloody stump, and he bleeds out from there, trying to keep armor and anything else he has intact.
Okay.
So he's just on the ground with the bloody stump, just like.
No, that's right. The Carl Weathers MP5.
Yep.
Let's say, well, give him a hand, everybody.
Oh, all right. Here it is.
All right. And
The fight's not done. There's a guard still standing.
I still have 3 actions left. Too. So I'll reload, and then shoot at that last guard.
all right, he's charging you.
He's charging me. That's bullshit. 22 to hit.
22 is a hit.
Surprised on the critical.
11, 15, 16 points of damage.
He's still charging.
But he also ran away from me, so he's taking a attack of opportunity.
Natural one.
I rolled a 19 on the die plus what is that? 18. So
37?
plus
That's a critical
38.
hit.
All right.
Before he hits him, Zelda trips him with his boots.
And it is back to the old Fishard. That's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 9, 20, plus 7, 27 points of damage
54.
in addition. Doubled. 54.
Since he is the big final boss, can you describe how he goes down?
Yeah, so he takes it, like, locks in on Hemlock. Hemlock takes a shot, wings him, starts running, and as he's running, just the Fishard just comes down at a 45-degree angle and just sort of splits him, and his upper torso just slides
Right down the grate.
right on off. Right into the grate.
Queen, how'd you
Like
get out
the
for?
sewer shits that they are.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
That was
Well, how did they know we were coming?
Oh, we're here.
I mean, we
Kenet is going over and smearing
This is an ambush.
blood from some of the queen shades onto her face.
Okay.
Hemlock will.
Do the same?
Nope. But take armor and the whole outfit from that queen shade,
Okay.
and also loot while he's doing it.
All right.
The bodies.
I want to check out the room and just see like what kind of place we're stuck in.
Yannick is going to heal Galen to start.
And
with
Galen is looking at the bodies of the queen shades to see if there's anything unusual about them.
They're not unusual. They're just some queen shades.
La-da-da-da-da. Galen, you notice nothing unusual about the bodies other than they are gory, particularly the castle guards. Hemlock, you have acquired some bloody, slightly bloodied, red armor and hooded cloak things, and they also are light to moderately cursed by Kenet. And you have them.
Both of them?
Well, one's been blasted to hell by you.
riddled with holes.
Yes.
Okay. Slightly cursed. What does that mean? Alkanet?
Do you sustain?
Make it stop! It's not my magic. I couldn't say.
I was just told. What do you mean it's not your magic?
It's not my magic. This is not my magic. This is new. This is something else.
I don't like it. Oh, okay.
Jericho, you see this is a guard room. You also checking around see that they were rapidly trying to get on some of their armor. You can see little locker boxes at the edge of their beds have been quickly thrown open, stuff quickly thrown on. You think maybe even not all the castle guards had time to get all their full AC on. Why is laughing at the poor guys?
Like these all could have been queen shades, just
Sure.
in different
Sure.
undress. Or just
I'll just take note of anything of particular interest I might find poking around in here.
Okay.
while we're doing all this.
You see nothing of interest, but you do see some coins. You see a total of 4d10 coins of your roll.
Ooh, all right. I can
Gold coins, to be more specific.
see how nice. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Let's find a small handful.
I'm not into money. Oh, and then the 9 and the 4. 13 plus 3, 16.
Dash is disappointed. On the other side.
somewhere.
It's still better.
This is why I left.
Hemlock, you find a strange symbol hanging from the necklace of the other queen shade and may make an occult or religion roll.
You want to show it to somebody?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Can I hand it to Yannick?
Sure.
Like, hey, I found this. What do you know?
Occult or religion?
What do you say? What do you know?
14 plus 12 for occult, oddly enough. So 26.
Okay. You identify this as matching some heraldry of the current reigning queen, the Ashen Queen, and you believe this is an extra totem of religious support for her.
I convey that
Okay.
and hand it back to Hemlock.
Hemlock.
I was going to say, that's the stuff that Galen was looking for when you were checking the bodies earlier, right? Looking for esoterica like that?
Kenet is eating one of the ashen shades.
Oh.
Oh! Oh, I'm sorry. That's
Can you
not a sound.
That's your girlfriend.
briefly describe what that means?
Just fishing out some livery organ and just noshing into it.
Okay.
Hey, shades are foes, not food.
Is that healthy? Do you think you should be doing that?
You want to reassess
We don't have AIDS
your,
in my world.
Well, that was
allyship.
several centuries ago. Now it's the 80s.
The source and my lip.
Sorry. I don't know where that keeps coming from.
If there's still time while they're still screwing around, taking, stripping people and eating them, I will go around casting detect magic.
Okay. You start detecting magic, and you are not detecting anything around walking around the room.
Hemlock,
Yeah,
are you going to put that on?
maybe. I will. I don't think I'm going to do it right this second.
I think we should make use of this clothing. Might make it easier to move around the castle. Do we have
one
two
person?
full?
No, the other one is down this grate and full of holes.
Well, I can take care of myself.
Jericho has two more completely untouched Queen Shade outfits.
So I'll trade one
So,
out
in a
that's
locker.
not bloody
Or cursed?
or cursed.
Okay.
Here's a cursed one.
I can take care of myself, but Yannick,
No.
you might consider it. So you're just going to march around the castle in your full regalia, armor shining.
That's the plan.
Brilliant.
My plan for this was once we get we're sold out. I mean, people know we're here. I'm sure we're gonna have more people on the way briefly.
No
But
one
if we
should know
get
we're here.
through this,
This is quiet now. Shh. And as I say that, the door's open.
to get to the princess's room is what I was gonna use this for.
Yes.
I don't really want to change out of my armor yet.
I suggest we leave this way.
Galen,
Kenet is making
No.
north
Nope.
door.
But there is another suit of armor that
I mean, I'll wear it if it must be, but I am not comfortable or.
Galen wants to assess the quality of the armor the Queen Shades are wearing.
What AC it is.
Does it
Thaco?
feel like it would offer better protection or worse protection than what I'm wearing? Right
Worse protection. It is lightly magical, but it's mainly their skill that's giving them the higher armor.
What leads us north, Malkinet?
She turns around, thinks about it.
There's a passage to the west and to the east, and either one will work.
Before we do
Why
that,
did you
I'm
say
identifying
north?
the armor.
Why are you lying to us?
Didn't bring my compass. I meant east.
And you did well there.
All right, and you're spending some time to identify the armor?
Yeah, I have a shirt identification. I'd like to figure out what the magic on this armor is. Assuming it doesn't take more than a few minutes. To
It normally does. I think it takes 10 minutes.
You can't.
Let's
wait
see a
that
quick
long.
identification.
Right.
I do not.
Which, as all this has been going on, after
does
Yannick
somebody
healed
else-
Galen,
No,
he is resting to get his lay on hands back, to get his focus point back.
That would take 10 minutes.
we've asked
But
this.
I mean, we've been looting and all of that stuff, so I assume that's taken that.
So you're doing, is that 24? How much do you do now?
24 healing
24
on
to
Galen.
Galen?
So if you're going to rest for 10 minutes, then I'll
Yeah,
go all
I'm
identify
resting
the
while
armor.
we're collecting armor and arguing and opening doors. And
Kenet sits across from you, just meditates with you.
All right. A tension die is added to the tension pool.
Every
There are
time.
3 dice
This is what's gonna every time she makes eye contact with you. Just tension dice.
in the
That's what's
tension
gonna be had.
pool.
I'm just playing my role here.
I'm gonna use a healing potion to. Or fuck you. For 7 points of healing.
Galen, you identified this as a style of studded leather armor that is +1 in its magical enhancements with +2 to intimidation, and the armor class increases to +3 if you've gone through a special ritual of the Queen's Shades, which you have not.
Unless your high school is very different than mine, you have no.
Before we leave the room, and this will happen just before we leave the room, Galen has studied the armor intensely and will be casting a spell before we leave.
Go ahead.
First of all, how much did you heal me for, sir?
24.
87.
So
I got you out.
you have me at 87?
Wait. You were 95, then 74, then 63. What'd you have yourself at?
30 because of this.
I missed that
dickhead.
last.
Because that was
I
a
missed the
fail,
lightning
so
bolt.
it was
I missed the
double
lightning.
damage.
Yeah.
Sorry, 54 is what I got you at. Is that right?
I believe that's correct.
Yes.
So
I
then
see
I
Do
will.
the math on the
A
lightning
complete
bolt.
lack of regret that I,
I mean,
see.
31 points of electric damage because he has a
60.
poor reflex save. I don't think it's my fault.
So Galen will take an healing potion as well.
Yeah,
Victim blaming.
47. Yeah, okay. 54.
Galen quaffs a potion. What are you guys doing?
Did you say you were casting a spell?
Yes.
Okay. Kenet is sitting on the floor, eyeing Yannick. And humming to herself.
Competitive meditation.
Yes. Yannick is deep within his meditative state, staring back.
So have I earned a little more trust? She's salivating. Blood's just coursing out of her mouth. She's talking with her mouth.
Bits of liver stuck in her
Yes.
cheeks.
Yannick doesn't deign to answer that.
It's not a no.
How much did Galen heal with that potion?
I'm up to 86 total now, 86
Okay.
of 96. And the spell that Galen casts before we walk out of the room is Befitting Attire. It's a scroll that I have prepared, and I shape clothing and worn items into attire suitable for a specific occasion. Any creature that touches it or uses Seek to examine it or interacts with it can attempt to disbelieve my illusion, but I now look like a queen's shade.
I attacked.
Believe it so.
Let's double check that though. You cloak the targets in illusion, shaping their clothing and ward items into one suitable for a particular occasion. You visualize the occasion and it creates illusory attire customized to each target. For instance, if you visualized a noble ball, armor would appear to be fine clothing.
I'm visualizing escorting the Ashen Queen safely through the halls of the castle.
Last sentence, this doesn't change identifying details of the target's appearance other than their clothes. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Cool.
I'm going to hand Hemlock one of my elixirs of life.
So it's
encourage
you
him to
and
take it.
Hemlock who are now
Yes.
dressed as
I'm gonna
Ashen
roll that for you. You wanna roll it?
Shades? Or,
I don't know what he
Queen
decided
shades?
to do.
So let's go back to the spell for a second so people listening can hear. Why are you able to cast spells to begin with?
Yeah, so this was a new feature when we leveled up. Galen has been very interested in scrolls and now has learned enough about them to be able to prepare a couple of minor scrolls every day. And so one of them that he prepared for today is Befitting Attire, and he
Okay.
has one left.
So befitting attire, it lasts 1 hour and 5 willing creatures. Who's being the target of this?
I didn't realize there were 5 willing creatures. Who else would like to look like a queen shade?
I don't know if want to be.
Without wearing the armor or anything?
Yep.
Yeah, hemlock.
Are you willing, Yannick?
I am willing, but it may draw more attention than it avoids. But sure, yes, I am willing.
Are we all in agreement then? We walk out of here looking like Queen Shades.
Everyone but Al
1,
Kenet.
2, 3,
I-
4,
it's-
5.
Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
I'm a little curious if
It's bring your child to work day.
Perhaps we
shade.
perhaps we've caught an infiltrator.
I hate being the prisoner.
Maybe you should grow taller.
Maybe you should grow less grumpy.
So everyone,
I do
but-
find that 5 queen shades around a blood witch wouldn't be terribly off-putting by most, and I'm sure several would even want to avert their gaze rather than
Maybe
look
they think
into
I was
us.
like a halfling.
Until we find the one that doesn't
My
avert
face is
their
all up.
gaze.
well.
so are you
Yes.
wearing the outfit or not? The Queen Shade outfit.
That sure, yeah, I want to look cool.
But it sort of seems like the magical ability makes it look like
Does not alter physical characteristics, just clothing.
so you're still ugly.
So I choose
Well,
not
there's
to.
masks and everything.
Yeah.
I choose not to do it on Jericho
Okay,
because that would look
Jericho's
silly.
not covered.
Just never get the fun stuff.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
We'll
And you
find
also-
Jericho, of course, is now a prisoner. of the
Al
Queen
Kenet
Shade.
wants to smear blood on anyone who wants to accept it. I think you all smell funny. Use it spot.
God,
You don't smell like Queen
You
Shades.
smell like a
Didn't we?
butcher.
You smell like intruders.
Aren't we already avoiding detection, however, due to the blood smearing you did once before on the back of our necks?
You want to hide?
Yes?
This would help.
Will it?
I will let you do it.
I have been
Oh.
covered in the blood of my enemies many times.
Well,
The smearing begins, starting with hemlock. Proceeding to Yannick?
Yannick will do it himself. Unless
Mm.
there's some magic to this,
No magic.
There's plenty of
then
dead
I will
bodies.
take care of it myself. I do not crave your touch, unlike Zaldor.
But I
He
crave
buries his face in your cleavage.
You motorboating son of a bitch!
motorboat in the blood.
Please, Clay God, do not draw this.
Please draw this.
Do not draw this scene and put it in the fan art section on Discord.
For those who wish to partake, she offers it.
Oh, no.
Zaldor will. If I'm already in a disguise, I should smell like my disguise, I assume.
She does it at range.
Galen
It's
follows,
extra cloddy.
Splat.
Galen follows Yannick's lead and does it himself.
Okay.
I actually have a bar of soap in my gear. There's a little. I'm just a little.
Okay. East or west? Al Kenet's?
Either will work.
You said
The
east.
castle's
before.
round. I would start east.
So let's go west.
He has a point.
She has not led us astray yet.
That's true.
To be
Excellent. Thank you for your support.
She even
Still some doubt.
weirdly killed me during that ordeal.
Do you remember
To the
Back to the
east.
Future 2 when the Jaws came and got Marty? That's what happened. It was weird.
All right, I guess we're going east.
Okay.
Sounds like the plan, right?
Going with the normal marching order of Al Kenet first, then Yannick, and so on that Lauren has track of.
Yes.
Okay.
Galen, then
I have a-
Zaldor, then Jericho, then Hemlock.
Trailing with the Ashen Queen guard. Okay.
Queen Shades, all right.
Queen Shades.
You are walking down these halls. It is an unusual experience for you, Al Kenet. It has been a while since you've been here. It's like going back to your high school at a high school reunion. Like, oh, this is a classroom. Like, oh, no, it's not a classroom. It's a janitor's closet now. Everything's just slightly off. The smells are off. The sounds are slightly off. The tapestries here or there depict different things that you have not been a part of, more recent things from just the last century that you don't know. You head in the easterly direction is what I heard.
Yes.
And you pass by a kitchen area and some quarters for servants, and avoiding anyone and anything you possibly can in this veritable maze of corridors. You go, what is your destination? Because you can go up and you can go down. You can end up heading north, south, east, or west overall.
When that comes to head for that kind of direction, up, down, that kind of thing, Kenet will turn around and mention to everyone behind her. So we have ways to go. You help me, I help you.
You hear chains, the rattling of chains getting closer from an intersection up ahead.
I want the queen dead. You have other plans as well. But I want the queen dead. You help me destroy her, and it makes the other items all the more easy to obtain. Do I have your word on this? You help me, I help you.
Yannick looks about.
Hemlock shakes his head.
Is that
Yes or no?
Yes.
Shake or shake?
Okay.
Nods his head.
Nods.
Let's
Looks like Jericho's shaking.
do it and be quick about it.
Do I get to vote? I will agree with the group. Yes, let's follow your lead. I do want to just keep in remembrance as we're about the castle that if we can make our way to the princess's chamber, again undetected, that would be most grand.
Make way to where Kenet remembers the queen's chamber to be.
Okay, the queen's bedchamber or the queen's throne room or the queen's privy?
It would be probably the queen's chamber, the main throne room.
The main throne room.
Yeah.
Okay. You start making your way there. As you do, you run into a man carrying a bunch of chains. He looks to be a Thavian servant at first glance, and then you downgrade him to a Thavian slave with a bunch of chains looped around both of his shoulders and arms as he is carrying these heavy chains and runs almost literally into Kenet. It looks horrified. And
You slave, where is your queen now?
he says, I do not know. I am so sorry. I didn't know you were coming this way. And he backs away slowly. Backs away.
Do not accept not knowing.
Where are you headed with those chains?
You notice he is bleeding from a wound, looks like claw marks on his left shoulder. He says, I am returning these chains. He doesn't say that because he doesn't speak the same language as you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where are you going now?
I'm returning these chains. I'm coming from the portal tower. It is nightmarish. But the queen is not there, I assure you.
Do not disrespect the Blood Witch with eye contact. Be on your way.
He continues on his way. You speak Verev, right?
I do.
He is on his way.
How could you not let me have a parting shot? Okay.
And he jingle, 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 jingle.
To this one, he says, she is not where she should be. That worries me. She could be anywhere.
I have a theory. I believe that she is wherever the corruption stone may be, which we suspect is down below. She has been making plans, and that's why we're here to stop them. But I don't believe that she will be anywhere that she would be in normal places, considering that she is making such grand plans. She'd want to oversee them herself, much like you would.
Well, then, claw marks and chains. Does that sound familiar to anyone?
We're speaking Veriv here, excuse me.
You're on thin ice with me.
You don't speak the language, so it's thick ice now.
Let's switch to common.
Right, sorry.
Comment at the table, please.
Well, Kenet and Kenet Jr. over here are
Kenet's
having
new
their
lover.
conversation. I'm asking these two, do you recognize anything here between the claw marks and the chains?
That's
that
why I
sound
asked.
familiar?
Stupidly.
Then shall we follow?
He said he's coming back from the tower.
The portal tower.
Where the queen isn't, I speak common.
What's a portal tower?
It's a tower for portals.
Is it the northern tower?
You have never heard of this thing before.
She's just making an educated guess. Tower with portals.
Oh,
What?
okay. Well, that makes sense.
By
then.
the direction he was coming, can we tell what tower he was coming from? The slave.
Tell him to take us to the stone and the
He
creatures.
probably doesn't know where the stone is.
But if I were to
She
have such a
Doesn't
thing,
know where this. She probably doesn't know where the stone is.
it would be down below if I were to keep things. And your friend is right. If she has other plans, that's where I would go.
We had a conversation earlier.
Kenet begins finding the spiral down and begins to make the way down the
All right.
stairs.
Only if you still want that guy. He's still jingling away if you needed him.
Do we want to?
Is he within spell range?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sure.
Drained.
It's the
How wounded are you all?
yeah, it's the parting social acknowledgement. He's addressed a blood witch, didn't answer the question. She's going to smack him or do some sort of damage. I think she will cast needle darts at him,
Okay.
shredding apart some sconce in the background, and it just lights him up with a bunch of damage.
All right. He collapses to his knees and goes, ah! And starts pulling out the shards, spilling his chains, and says, my apologies. I'm so sorry. And starts pulling the things out and then trying to pick up the chains and put him now bloodied and wounded back. These heavy chains.
Now we can leave. And she begins marching her way down.
Do we head to the princess's room first before we go back down, since we've made it this far? Because we have.
I'd like to.
Kenet.
Just get it out of the way.
How
She
far
stops
away?
mid-step, walking down
How
the stairs.
far away would the princess's room be?
She wasn't alive when I was around. I do
How
not
far
know.
would the royal chambers be?
They would be up the top of these stairs.
We go there first, and then we go down.
There is no queen there. Why
How do
would
we
you
know?
want to do that?
How do we know the queen is not in her
The
chambers?
slave would certainly have answered for that.
No, he was at the portal.
She
tower.
immediately begins casting the cantrip.
Ducking with the chains
Are
as
you
armor.
lying to me?
If she is actually casting the cantrip, Yannick would either step in the way and or interrupt
All right.
at this stage.
He was at the portal tower, not the royal tower. I don't know if he'd know if she was up
The
there or not.
queen's throne room would be above this place.
Well, let's go check. That's probably where the queen is.
Let's head up.
It's a slight detour.
Or it might be exactly where you want to go.
Is that a belief? Then the slave lied.
No, the slave is coming from the portal tower, not
where the royal chambers are.
What is going on? You hear in a feminine voice in Thave, so only the two of you who speak Veriv can understand it. You look and you see a servant of some stature, still a servant, approaching and looking quite confused. She has a tray, a big tray in both hands with a red cloth over it with some fancy dishes on top of it, and she looks quite annoyed. There is blood here, and I do not know whom you are.
Kenet will stride up to her and, where is your queen now? And do not lie to me, slave girl.
She says, I am no slave. Make an intimidation roll +3.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. +3 intimidation. That is 34.
34. She says, I meant no offense, but we have blood on the floor. You need to get out of here, she says to the poor slave with the chains. And I was not informed of any guests arriving. And then she raises an eyebrow at the 3-foot-tall queen shade, the likes of which
I am not.
you were
dressed as a
not.
queen
That's right.
shade.
Okay, that didn't happen. Okay, good. She does not raise an eyebrow at the 3-foot-tall queen shade. She raises an eyebrow at the 3-foot-tall gnome with a troubadour's horn in one hand. Nor was I told of any entertainment.
You have not answered my question. And do so now, or lose your blood under the floor that is already filthied with it.
She says, my queen is down below.
Thank you. She turns about and, unless otherwise, slaughters her with some needles in passing. She turns about, walks away, and attempts to cantrip the bejesus out of her.
That's up to you, Yannick.
Yannick will step forward and as subtly as possible, like literally just keep Kenet moving. It's
She can't cast him.
I mean, like if he
By the
has to
scruff of the
bodily,
neck.
pick her up a little bit, he's gonna do that to get her moving wordlessly. And I believe we're gonna continue to go up, even though we have just learned that the queen is down, so that we can fulfill our mission.
There is nothing for you there.
We've
And not
already
something
told
that you agreed on.
This is all part of you helping us, and then we can help you as well. This is a part of that. You have heard us mention this and talk of it before. Do not look at me like you don't know what we're talking about. You are not surprised.
I don't know what you did. I think you haven't shared a lot with me.
That's probably true.
Quickly now, we have no time
Yes.
to waste.
To the royal quarters. We must find the princess's bedroom.
And hurry. Be quick.
Yes. Go.
All right.
She has
Oh,
no
now
questions.
I'm being ordered to go.
No questions about 5 dudes looking for the princess's bedrooms. She's just, that's
I fix all of that with slaughtering.
And we talked about where the queen was, and then we just went upstairs.
Yeah, all you did was
So,
ask,
yeah.
where's the queen? And then you guys went on a different way.
You leave her alive, she's a liability.
Move. To the royal quarters.
The guards are
Did
your
say
responsibility then.
Never mind.
My way is simple and trouble-free.
We're doing 12 Angry Men into Alcatraz. Hemlock's the first.
I say we vote again.
Kenet, are you taking them to the royal chambers?
That's where they wish to go. I will take them to the royal chambers.
Okay, you do so. You go up several flights of stairs. You pass by a pair of castle guards at the entrance to one of the stairs into a third or fourth floor. They just nod as you all approach in garb, quite successfully. Nice spell.
Yeah.
And we're
for sure.
vaguely making Jericho look maybe like he could be a captive.
Mhm.
Like, he's
Certainly under
definitely maybe
control.
not traveling under his own free will at the moment, but not
Like normal.
yeah. He's being forced along at sword point like
This
normal.
is actually more comfortable than what he normally experiences.
Guys, did you hear? I'm a troubadour.
All right.
I'm not sure that's what they meant by entertainment.
That is.
You reach a intersection, and up ahead, you see there are 2 castle guards and a queen shade as you are getting into the private inner sanctum chambers, I am going to go ahead and preload a battle map as you approach, just in case. As you approach this, and the Queen Shade comes out and holds up a hand, this red masked figure with a red cloak and a red hood and 2 double blades, and says, as you approach,
Your troubles.
state your business. You know not to be here. To the other shade-looking people.
Zaldor steps forward.
He waits for someone else.
I'm
Kenet,
checking
get
my
us past
spells real
this.
quick.
I said go down. These are more voices that have to be silenced. This is still while the Shade's addressing everything there's whispering to hear. This will be more blood on your hands. No answer will be sufficient enough.
This blood I
You let
accept.
slaves go. It's only time before more show up.
What's Zaldor doing?
Yeah, Zaldor, you approach a little nervously behind your illusionary mask. Sweat behind.
Galen would like to support Zaldor by giving an intimidating glare to the Queen Shade for daring to interrupt us.
You cannot do that through your mask, I'll say.
All right.
Could Yannick intimidating prowess
What the
with
hell
his
is-
ability? It's basically an intimidation with physical menace. If I can physically menace them, I get a +1.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a 25.
Okay.
He just looks particularly,
Dumbfounded.
yeah.
versus Will DC. Okay, got it. All right. And what's being communicated?
Just, you know,
Is
as
it
Alvar's
Terry
walking up,
Crews
just
style, or
kind
it's
of
just-
authority and like impatience and a little bit of like how, like you are interrupting us and you should know better sort of energy is coming out of me.
And what did you roll?
25 total.
That's the number.
Okay.
He takes a step back and says, I mean no offense, but I must know what you are doing here. He says to Yannick, who understands none of this, you should be gathered at the front gate, if anywhere, but not here.
Zaldor steps up right next to Yannick and borrowing some of the intimidation as much as he possibly can, and says, if we had anywhere else to be other than right here, we would be there. We have one task and we'll return to it. Step aside.
It's not bad.
He says, state this task. I have received no orders from the Queen.
Then it is none of your concern, or you would know.
Make a deception or intimidation +2 from Yannick.
Come on.
Okay, guys.
Come on.
My deception is a
Now
+0.
+2.
Would be a +2. My intimidation, however, as a spellcaster who is trained in charisma, is a +10.
Nice.
I will roll intimidation, borrowing from Yannick. So I rolled a 7, but I have 3 hero points that have some really good use right now.
Come on.
Here we go. 28.
25, as we know, was the number. He says-
30. Sorry, it's a 30 because I got a +2.
He says, very well. And he turns, and the 2 really annoyed, probably most prestigious castle guards start talking to him. And he pulls a Yannick on them, getting right in front of them. No. We must follow the orders.
And then reading that energy, Yannick just starts marching forward.
Okay.
Just like, you know, the impediments have been moved aside.
You hear him say just some sort of justification as you walk by. Zaldor something about the queen is alarmed. These are dangerous times. And you guys walk on by and walk past the door. We can move away from this battle map, by the way.
Wow.
Nice
Well
idea, by the way,
done.
on the intimidation piece. And
Good
good
stuff.
job, yeah.
And you are in a hallway with several regal-looking doors. And
Is there one that has like a princess?
Pony.
Like some
For the one-
unicorns, my little
Girly
pony stuff going
Hello
on there.
Kitty, that's
Do
very
not answer.
It's a silhouette that just has like a down at the
Yeah.
bottom, right?
no.
Okay.
I
mean, doesn't hurt if you don't ask.
How many doors are in this hallway?
Probably 4, one of which has, and the doors, there's hallway doors that are closed as you guys went into, that those guards are on the other side, so they can't see what you're doing. One of the doors has bright red blood runes upon it. The other 3 do not.
I would avoid that one.
Good call.
Just offering my help to the group.
Can you tell anything about what those runes indicate?
No.
Hemlock will go
You
to the
could.
nearest door and put his ear against it to listen to see if he can hear anything.
The rune doors?
inside. No, just
Oh,
the
okay.
nearest, closest door.
You hear nothing on that door.
He will crack it open.
Okay, it is physically locked.
I will use thieves' tools to unlock it.
Okay, you start working
Oh,
on.
the guards are watching?
No, we can
No.
see us. We're
Can't see us.
behind a door.
Let's double check here.
No runes on that door. Did you detect magic? Anyone detect magic? Did you look for traps? Hemlock, no!
Do you say that out loud?
All right, blah, 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 blah. Make a roll. Thievery roll. Hold on, don't tell me. Hold. Proceed.
35.
You critically succeed with this lock. Get it open, and we'll get a bonus of +2 to any other locks on this floor that you happen
Perfect.
to operate.
On the floor. Wow. Okay.
With ease and fast speed, you unlock this door and go silently and then crack it open. And inside is a study, which has what you've seen before, which has a bunch of those kind of Egyptian little cubby things with tons of scrolls inside.
What's in there? What do you see?
Proceed, and I'll go to the next door,
Okay.
which I will check for traps, because that's a good idea.
Why do you waste time with this? The queen is obviously
We have a
somewhere
task
else.
we must also complete here.
What are you looking for?
The princess's chambers.
Why? You want the princess?
No.
Yes.
No. You want something the princess has?
Perhaps. We want the princess's chambers.
What do you want that belonged to the princess?
We have to steal her diary.
This is not about us. This is about future us.
We will be leaving a token behind.
She remains silent.
We're giving her a lot of information.
I mean, she's going to see it anyways. I mean,
Hemlock, I'm going to tell you.
Checking for traps.
Yeah,
Next
checking for
door.
If I
traps.
see him starting to do that, I go, "Oh crap! I'm supposed to do this one job," and I'll start detect magic.
You detect a magical trap right on the door that he has detected no
I'm gonna
physical
slap his
trap on.
hand.
All right.
I go, "There's a naughty thing right there, but it's
Oh.
magic."
Take care of it.
Oh.
That's a whole different sound. That's a different sound.
There's people who do. You got a magic guy. Okay.
There's a magical glyph upon here.
He goes from boo 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 to
This thing. I mean, okay. I remember that one. Do you remember that time Yannick got like taken and there was that wall thing there
Yeah.
that they put up? That's the only time I've done something like this, really, there, and it worked.
I have full confidence. in that.
Dispel magic, level 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Dude, but I gotta crack my back first. Okay.
Need a little help?
Yeah. Okay.
Cross your arms and
Okay.
I'll lift you.
Whoa, oh, that went from my neck to my nuts. Oh my. Okay. I'm gonna cast a spell magic on that thing that I see.
Okay, make a spell attack roll, please.
Jeez, that sounds dangerous. I don't do spell attack rolls. I have to
It's
look at.
It's a
I
D20.
know. I have it highlighted. I have a +16.
You got this.
I just had to get to the right page. 15 on the die, 31.
Is a critical success.
buddy.
Well, that's what I do, so let's be honest.
But how
now
does
the arrogance.
how does that work? Critical success, you counteract the target if its level is no more than 3 levels higher than your. So you cast just a generic level 2.
Yeah.
So that equates to a level 5 or less spell will be countered. You absolutely obliterate this glyph that's on the door.
Nice job.
It's gone now.
You are wonderful.
No one else thinks so. But
I do.
well,
I'm all that counts.
That's,
And then is the
Perfectly
door
adequate,
physically
sir.
locked?
It is also physically
I'll
locked.
use my +2 and pick the lock.
Before you do, you gain a hero point. No! I decided that before you
No.
just did that, you get the hero point.
Yeah.
all right.
Well
That was
done.
way cooler.
All right.
Thievery
Jericho
roll?
gets the hero point. Yes, thievery roll.
Mm. 23.
Is with your +2 is just a success. Okay. You are able to click open this door and you crack it open and you see a bedroom in there, of which there is a woman in there.
Yeah.
And she has her back to you and she is reading or writing something at a
Does
desk.
it look like the princess we saw earlier in the day?
Yes.
Okay. I will
Throw the
swear-
dagger in
so
and run.
lay out the room for me. Her back's to me. Where's her? What did we need to? We needed to put it in.
Nightstand.
In
I've
a
been
dresser, I believe.
keep taking my finger off of my
By the way, I
page.
cannot believe you guys are in this place right now. It is just
I mean,
from long ago. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way they will ever do this. This would be stupid.
here we are. Tom,
Hey,
the fact that when you said this would be stupid, you should have known we'd be
Oh,
here.
if there's one thing we do well, it's stupid.
This is
Stupid,
crazy.
yep.
There's a hutch and there's a jewelry box. In
Okay,
the
where's
hutch.
the hutch at in comparison to? I'm assuming there's a hutch in the room
Yes.
compared to. So the door's here.
Yes.
I'm right at the door with
Yes.
it barely cracked open. I can
Yes.
see the princess.
Yeah, it's about a 30 by 30 room, and then she is at the hutch writing or reading
Of course she
with
is.
a bed right next to her. There's a window just behind and to the side of the hutch. There's some chest of drawers, there are a closet, some chests, that kind of stuff.
Kenet, seeing this individual.
No, you don't. Like the door's
No.
barely cracked. I'm keeping this
Yeah.
as
Okay.
secret as possible.
All right.
I have a few questions.
So
From
do
where I'm
I.
at, can I see a jewelry box in the hutch?
Perception roll 24 or 25? 24.
That's 33.
All right. She writes and writes and writes, and then you see her actually on move and get out a jewelry box and put something, a little bracelet in there, and then close it and put it back, and then it's blocked by her head.
Jesus.
What's taking so long?
Another question.
We're
How
in the
long
middle of a Hitman
physically,
game.
physically,
Stealth mission.
how long is 3 rounds?
6 seconds.
Fuck.
1 round, 6 seconds, right?
Oh, 3 rounds. Sorry, 3
Three
actions
rounds.
is
18
what I. Yeah,
seconds.
18 seconds.
Okay. I want to. This is my plan.
The human eye can determine if they are attracted to a person in 1/32 of a second.
Thank you. I have a mistform elixir that conceals me, makes me invisible for 3 rounds.
Mistform elixir lesser.
Yes. I want to sneak in behind her, quaff the elixir, which gives me 18 seconds to like, whoop, and try to drop the knife in.
Okay. So you want to quaff it, look concealed. Let's hold on. As usual, it becomes concealed when your position is still obvious. You can't use this concealment to hide or sneak.
What's it for then?
It's like a really visible predator type thing.
I think it like makes you harder to hit in combat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I swear you guys got some other stuff.
I mean, if somebody has an invisibility. spell.
I do have a sphere.
Well,
I thought you guys had some potions and stuff.
I don't have any invisibility.
there were two
potions.
potions.
I have a potion.
There were 2 potions of invisibility on the late.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You do have that.
If you want to
bubble.
be invisible, I can make you invisible.
Call you over quietly.
Sign language and all. I can pull the bubble out and I can make us all invisible.
Okay. Just the 2 of us. I don't want anybody else to go in that room.
Just 2.
I mean, it's
So you should just
you
send
got
one
an
of you in.
emanation, so for sure. So yeah, so I will activate my last 3rd level spell
Last 3rd level spell.
and cast invisibility. You keeping track, Kenet? Activate invisibility sphere and boop, boop.
She turns and looks at the sound.
Ah!
So yeah, so
Do it.
yeah, I'm gonna go up, get right behind her.
As he does this, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, and I can make it invisible or visible. I'm gonna make it invisible, and I'm gonna have it be in the room on the far side of the room,
I was gonna,
and
yeah.
I'm gonna have it just like other side of her bed maybe,
Okay.
and just have it make just a slight little rustle, like sound of a mouse or a cat, just the sound of a little.
On the floor type of a thing.
little
She doesn't have like a detect magic alarm that just goes off in her room every time there's magic, does she? Because she's the
Otherwise, well,
Ashen
we're
Queen's
going to know
daughter.
real soon because
but just
There's
a
an
little,
invisible-
just a little
Okay.
just a little rustle or something over on the far opposite, as far away from the room for them as I get with my little invisible mage hand over there to do a thing.
All right. So invisibility swarms around the group with the sphere from Zaldor, his last level 3 spell. And then Hemlock, you are creaking the door open a little bit more and going in.
Yep.
And then you are right behind, still in the doorway, Jericho, and then casting this mage hand. You are quietly making your way towards the princess in the hutch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your stealth?
Plus 18.
I will roll that for you.
that's the princess and the dagger.
Yeah.
Well, one more time, plus 14?
18.
18.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa. Yeah.
I just double check it. All right, you quietly make your way over there.
Good job.
And as you get close, Jericho, you start making a strange sound. You said scraping,
Just
sound, rustling.
just moving a little something, make a little noise, like there might be a rat on the far side of the room, just a little something.
All right, she seems curious, and you are right behind her. And she scoots back the chair, almost hitting you, and then gets up and then climbs over her bed and then lays on it and pulls her head over to the other side, looking for some strange rodent or something.
While she's doing that,
Oh,
I
she
lift
seems
up
sweet.
her jewelry box. I got the blade from Jericho or from Zaldor, and it's all quietly,
Okay.
and then like back up, like
I'm going to make one more stealth roll. Plus 18
Plus
is what I
18.
heard. Okay.
Plus invisibility.
And she turns around with a start and says, "What was that?"
Yes, 0 points.
You may use a hero point for this hidden roll.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
you
gonna-
want to use an omen point.
No.
Okay, I'm re-rolling. She says, "What was that?" It was a 2 and a 5. And she looks around and sees nothing, and you are just frozen in place.
Yep.
Thankfully, Jericho's within 30 feet. He's just not standing out in the doorway.
Yeah.
And then she goes over and
Who's
looks
outside presently?
Everybody
Myself?
except for Jericho and Hemlock.
I'm
He and I are keeping you under
yeah, I'm
fucking
physically
control.
close to you.
Yeah.
and she
Closer
walks
than you'd
over in her little evening robe and
Nice. Tell me more about that.
easy connect. And she walks past you, almost brushing up against you, Hemlock, and goes over and pokes her head out the door, confused why it's open, and looks left and right at the entire party who's still covered by the invisibility, and then closes the door and then goes back over to the hutch with you still inside the
Okay,
room.
I guess we're done here. Let's go
Alcanet
downstairs.
see this individual.
You see her head briefly.
Is she marked in any particular way that marks her in the bloodline of the Ashen Witch?
Yes.
Thank you for that information.
All right. She closes the door, and
You're keeping information from me.
You're keeping information from me.
That is child. The Ashen Queen. Straight to one.
Our agreement stands hold.
What the world did he think?
Her blood. I want her blood.
You may have it yet, but not now.
Hemlock, you are still inside the bedroom with the door closed.
Yep. I'm going to creep across the room to get close to the door, and then what's the princess doing?
She is back, and she is writing away on a little scroll with a quill of ink.
And Jericho's in the room too?
No.
No? Oh, so just me.
I was just peeking at it from the outside.
Oh, fuck.
My familiar begins to bump on the door.
Thud.
Can I grab it?
You could try.
Make a
Gross.
reflex save
Floating head, man. It's not.
versus Kenet's spell DC.
That's not going to go well. What's your spell DC?
Roll, and we'll find out if you.
I think the standard here is we know the target we're trying to reach.
Go ahead and roll reflex save. We'll see if you need to bother.
It's probably not great. 25.
It's a fail.
The head bonks once, and then you grab onto it, Galen.
Okay. And at the same time I grab onto it with one, the hilt of my sword knocks out Kenet in the temple just enough, just hard enough to get her attention.
That's an offensive action. You become visible. Do not do that.
Correct.
I'm outside the door.
I know,
Yep.
but she just knocked on the door. The door's going to get open in 2 seconds. You're going to be visible.
Can you grapple her?
Again, offensive action.
If I hear that knock on the door,
Yes.
then I'm gonna realize that oh shit, and my mage hand, I'm gonna have it. I can't see now, but I know where I had it. It's still there.
Oh.
I think you need line of effect
Yeah.
with a mage hand, unfortunately.
To cast it or to keep it.
To use it, to utilize it.
Yeah, you're going to need line of effect on that.
Okay.
The thing that I grabbed, it is a familiar, correct? That's what it's specifically is?
Yes.
So it can die.
Yes.
Cool.
Offensive action.
I'm not doing anything yet.
So the princess
If
says,
the knock on the door, I'm going to get to the. So if I'm assuming the door opens in to the left,
Mhm, okay.
it's left hand
Yes.
swing.
Mr.
Hinge
Door.
door, yeah.
It finally comes together.
I'm going to get right to the strike side of the door.
Then for any audience member that is not as attuned to doors as I am, what
Yeah.
does the strike side mean?
So there's a hinge side and a strike side.
Okay, thank you.
And determine left.
We
hand,
have a
right. You
legitimate
stand
door
with the
expert
hinge
in our
face
hands.
out, and you
So
determine
there's
left.
a lot of ways to do it. That's a
Oh.
bad way to do it.
Oh,
I'm not
that-
going to go into that.
That's why I'm not.
You hear her
Surely
say,
the queen's quarters would
But
be
as
better.
the door opens, I want to get to the
I didn't say anything
side.
about opening the door.
No, but I'm assuming she's going to open the door
She
again.
says, "Basta," and stands up and then scoots out annoyingly with her chair
Yeah.
and then walks annoyingly over with her sandals. Actually gets some sandals on and walks annoyingly towards the door and then flings the door open and is staring inches away from this horrific familiar head that she cannot see because it's invisible just
Yeah.
inches away.
I knew it. You hide from me.
I mean,
Uh,
obviously, Galen and I are both sort of prepped for our witch to be naughty. And so if I, as much as I can, I would attempt to, stop such as her voice and ability to speak and move.
All right,
And
so
conduct
you just get the
business.
first syllable of "I," and the princess.
I have a sword at your throat.
Yeah, I'm going to kill you.
says, "What is this?" and starts to cast a spell, and we will stop there for tonight.
Oh, crap.
Thank you so much for joining us. Christopher's clapping quite successfully. Thank you so much for joining us. We are even more perilously perilous here in the castle. We are looking forward to seeing what happens next time, and we will see you all then. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
You.